Good to know. Thanks. Obviously, we can't talk during the game because we have our live stream, but anything we need, we can text.
And fans, it's now that time. Here is your on-field host for today's game, Fred Forgione. Hey, Fred.
Hey, thank you so much, Perry. Welcome out to Bethpage Ballpark, everybody, on a beautiful day for baseball. We'd like to first of all thank the Rose Brucia Educational Foundation for sponsoring today's game. The first 1,500 fans got balls as they entered the gates. And now we have a couple of special people out here for you. First off, we want to thank the chairman, Mr. Matthew Vargas, for their sponsorship of today's game. And to throw out today's first pitch to Mr. Bud Harrison is going to be Richie Hyder. So let's hear it for Richie, everybody. Good job. Let's hear it for Richie, everybody. And one more time, we would like a big round of applause for the Rose Brucia Educational Foundation for sponsoring today's game on Stranger Safety Awareness Day. And of course, those 1,500 balls you got on your way in.
From Bethpage Ballpark, it's Long Island Ducks baseball. The Ducks and Southern Maryland Blue Crabs playing the second doubleheader in as many days as the Liberty Division standings tighten up after the Ducks' sweep of the doubleheader yesterday. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Tom Felice, and I'll be bringing you all the action today as the Ducks and Blue Crabs play the third game of this four-game series here at the Duck Pond. Long Island sweeping the doubleheader yesterday. They took game one by a 2-0 score. The stellar pitching from Dontrell Willis, Jared Lansford, and Leo Rosales, helped out by solo home runs from Bryant Nelson and Ben Broussard to give the Ducks the victory in game one. Then in game two, it was all about the offense. A 5-run fourth inning keyed by a Bill Hall grand slam, and the Ducks never looked back, taking a 9-2 victory to complete the sweep over the Blue Crabs yesterday, and the Ducks will look to do it all again today. First time in Ducks history they have played doubleheaders on back-to-back days, and the Ducks with a chance to close the standings, the gap in the standings even further. The Ducks come into this game 3 games back of Southern Maryland. Of course, another sweep today, and it could be a 1-game lead for the Blue Crabs. The key hit in game 2 for the Ducks was the grand slam by Bill Hall. Hall playing just his second game with the Ducks yesterday. He joined the team on a Friday, and he stepped right up, hit that grand slam yesterday. Before the game, I had a chance to talk to Bill Hall, and you'll hear that interview next as the North Shore LIJ Southside Hospital pregame show continues here on the home of the Ducks, 103.9 RCN.
Fans, here are today's umpires. At home plate, Marty Bauer. At first base, Tony Senior. And at third base, Andrew Steinberg.
Welcome back to the North Shore LIJ Southside Hospital pregame show, joined by the newest Duck, Bill Hall. Bill, how's it going?
Doing good.
Yesterday, in Game 2 of the doubleheader, Bill Hall, grand slam and a 2-run double, 6 RBI, highest of any Duck this season. It seemed like you struggled in Game 1, and then it just clicked in Game 2. What happened?
Well, I hadn't played in a game or seen any live pitching in right around 3 weeks, so hitting off the machine and, not seeing a live arm, there's a transition period where I wasn't picking the ball up good out of the hand. Started to get more comfortable, started seeing the ball a little bit better, and got my timing back a little bit, and was fortunate enough to take advantage of some mistakes.
You just joined the team on Friday. What have these past few days been like for you?
It's been fun. I mean, coming here, obviously, these guys are obviously playing the team that's in first place, so the chance to, knock a few games off of that is obviously fun. Coming here with a great group of guys, the clubhouse is fun. Great atmosphere outside and great competition. So, I'm surprised, and I'm having a lot of fun doing it.
How did you hear about the Ducks?
Actually, the GM texted me, and he found out through Lou Ford, who's a former Duck, who was me and him were teammates last year, and called him up. He called me. We linked up and started going over things. And I was obviously weighing my options, seeing what I was going to do, and decided to come here.
And we're very happy that you have made your way here. You were former teammates with Ian Snell. What is it like to reunite with him here with the Ducks?
Yeah, me and Ian were teammates in Seattle for a short period. I was only there for like 2.5 months in 2009. Obviously, in playing against him when he was pitching with the Pirates, I faced him a lot. So it's always good to, especially coming to a new clubhouse, you want some guys that you know. I've been in clubhouse where I didn't know a lot, guys, but having some guys that I know Duntrell, I know a few guys in here, so makes it easier to come into the clubhouse and have fun and relax and feel wanted.
You are certainly a utility player. You look at your major league stats, and it seems like you played almost the same number of games at a multitude of positions. Do you have a favorite position to play?
My favorite is shortstop. I came up as a shortstop. Ozzie Smith was my favorite player growing up, so shortstop will always be my favorite. Nothing will ever take the place of that.
Now, besides baseball, you've also taken your talents to the silver screen a little bit. You were in an episode of The Young and the Restless. How did that come about, and what was that experience like?
The Young and the Restless is based off of Fake City in Wisconsin. Obviously, I was playing for the Brewers, and we're going to L.A. We're obviously, finally making a name for ourselves as far as the Brewers organization, and we're playing well. So they invited us to come out and be on the show. We just acted as ourselves. We didn't play act as anybody else. We were just playing ourselves. The main guy in the show was running for mayor, so we were helping him with his campaign, and it was easy. We all had a few lines apiece, pretty simple, and we done a good job. It was fun.
You just joined the team a few days ago, but I'm sure that you're thinking forward. What are your goals for this season with the Ducks?
Just get back to playing baseball. This is what I love to do. I still feel like I have talent, and I can still play this game for a few more years. So just get back out on the field and enjoy playing the game. Play like a kid.
I think you certainly showed yesterday that you can. Bill, thanks a lot. Good luck today.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
That was Bill Hall. He's at second base today for the Long Island Ducks, and the North Shore LIJ Southside Hospital pregame show will continue after this.
Hi, this is Steve Foucault, pitching coach.
That's right, fans. Adam Bailey is today's P.C. Richard Whistle Player of the Game. If Bailey scores a run today, one lucky fan will win a P.C. Richards gift certificate.
The Long Island Ducks and Southern Maryland Blue Crabs about 5 minutes from getting underway to start doubleheader day 2 of this doubleheader weekend at Bethpage Ballpark. And in the standings, things can get a lot closer depending on how they turn out today. The Southern Maryland Blue Crabs lead the Liberty Division with a 23-25 record, 3 games up on the Ducks, who are 19-27 on the campaign. So if the Ducks sweep this doubleheader today, they would be just 1 game back of Southern Maryland. Bridgeport, 7.5 games back of the Blue Crabs. Camden, 8 games back. In the Freedom Division, a virtual tie atop the standings. Somerset and Sugar Land, both right there. Somerset 32-14, Sugar Land 33-15. Somerset ahead on winning percentage. York 5.5 games back, and Lancaster 8 games back in the Freedom Division. Take a look at the starting lineups. First, for the visiting Southern Maryland Blue Crabs, Sean Smith, the left fielder, leads things off. He's followed by Vladimir Sutil at second base. Ryan Mulhern, the first baseman, bats third. Batting cleanup, Kyle Hankard, the right fielder. Then it's Cesar Nicholas, the third baseman. Alvin Colina, the catcher, bats sixth. Batting seventh, Mike Richard, the shortstop. Jeremy Owens, the center fielder, bats eighth. And batting ninth, the designated hitter and manager for the Blue Crabs, Patrick Osborne. Due to a number of injuries, most notably to Rennie Osuna and Brian Barton, there's really nobody left for the Blue Crabs, so Patrick Osborne had to become activated so that he could play. He was eligible for the second game yesterday, and now he's in the lineup as a designated hitter today. Those Blue Crabs will face Bill Murphy, left-handed starting pitcher for the Long Island Ducks. Murphy 0-5 on the season, 7.54 earned run average. This is 8th game. All of them starts in 31 innings. He's given up 17 runs. He's given up 40 hits, 17 strikeouts, and 17 walks. His most recent outing came on Monday. He threw 5 innings of 3-hit, 2-run ball at York. A pretty good outing, as Ducks won that game 3-2. Murphy did not factor in the decision. He pitched in Camden. I should say he pitched here at Bethpage Ballpark against Camden on Wednesday, May 29th. And he had a 20-day layoff before that as he had an elbow issue. But he's been very good since coming back. Those 2 games at York and here against Camden, 8 total innings, just 3 runs. And it's dropped his ERA from 9 to 7.54. Starting lineup for the Ducks. Danny Perales in center field leads things off. He's followed by Josh Barfield, the designated hitter. Then it's Ben Broussard, the first baseman. Joe Ashbrodine, the left fielder, is the cleanup hitter. Batting fifth, Bryant Nelson, the third baseman. Bill Hall follows, playing second base and batting sixth. Adam Bailey in right field bats seventh. Batting eighth, the catcher, Ralph Enriquez. And Dan Lyons, the shortstop, rounds out the lineup for the Ducks against Gabby Hernandez. On the season, Hernandez 0-8. He has the most losses of any pitcher in the Atlantic League. 7.02 earned run average. This is 12th appearance, 8th start for Hernandez. In 41 innings, he's given up 56 hits, 36 runs, 32 of them earned with 25 strikeouts and 17 walks. Hernandez has become a bullpen guy, but now he's back in the rotation. His first relief appearance was actually against the Ducks when he took the loss on May 19th. That was down in Waldorf, Maryland. The Ducks they started picking things up when they were down in Waldorf, Maryland, because that was actually their first series against a Liberty Division opponent, and the Ducks really picked things up right there. The Ducks were 8-19 after they lost Game 1 to Southern Maryland. And now the Ducks 19-27. So they've gone 12-8, 11-8 over that span. Clear blue sky with some white clouds here at Bethpage Ballpark, but not of a threatening variety as the Ducks and Blue Crabs prepare to start day 2 of doubleheaders at Bethpage Ballpark. The Ducks with a doubleheader sweep yesterday. The Ducks and Municipal Credit Union have teamed up this season to present the Walk with a Purpose promotion. Every time a Long Island Ducks player walks, Municipal Credit Union will make a donation to the Quackerjack Foundation. Municipal Credit Union, serving members since 1916. The Ducks did not draw a lot of walks yesterday, but they didn't really need to. They have 120 walks on the season. Ducks taking the field. They're wearing the orange alternate jerseys. Southern Maryland will be in their regular road grays for this one. Murphy heads to the hill. Umpires for this one, Marty Bauer behind the plate, Tony Senia at first base, and Andrew Steinberg down at third. The men in light blue for this one. The young kids in the dream teams run out to the positions as well. Color guards setting up for the national anthem, and that signals the end of the North Shore LIJ Southside Hospital pregame show. When we get back to Bethpage Ballpark, there will be baseball between the Long Island Ducks and the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs, and you'll hear all the action right here on the home of the Ducks, 1039 RCN.
Move your hats and caps as we are joined by the Acomset Elementary School Band, who will lead us in the performance of our national anthem.
The Star-Spangled Banner performed by the Acomset Elementary School Band. And just like that, we're ready to go at Bethpage Ballpark. Bill Murphy on the mound for the Ducks against the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. I'm Tom Felice, sitting right behind home plate at Bethpage Ballpark. The Ducks are ready to get things started. Quackerjack, the mascot, has made his appearance. He's earning some applause with his antics right behind home plate as Bill Murphy, the lefty, begins his final warm-up. The defense for the Ducks, Joe Ashbrodine in left field, Danny Perales in center, Adam Bailey in right, Bryant Nelson mans the hot corner third base, Dan Lyons at shortstop, Bill Hall at second, then Broussard at first with Ralph Enriquez catching Murphy. Very healthy crowd here at Bethpage Ballpark. Very good attendance numbers last night as well, especially in the night game. It was the second sellout of the season and an attendance high on the year as there were 6,516 out at the ballpark last night. And the ball yard filling up again today on a perfect day for baseball. Very sunny over Bethpage Ballpark. There is some wind blowing from the right field foul pole to the left field foul pole, so might not see all the home runs that we saw yesterday, but still great baseball weather. About 75 degrees when this one gets started. There's the final warm-up toss from Murphy, and everybody's ready to go in this 7-inning affair. Just 7 innings in this one. It is a double-header day at Bethpage Ballpark. Ducks in those orange uniforms with Ducks in orange script outlined in black across the chest. Numbers on the lower left front are green, and also green outlining white on the back. White pants with the green pinstripes for the Ducks. Southern Maryland in the road grays. They say Blue Crabs in light blue across the chest. Gray pants, navy caps with the white Blue Crabs logo. Ducks with the black caps, orange brim, orange logo. Murphy the lefty to Sean Smith the righty. First pitch of the game. Fastball called strike on the inside corner. First pitch at 139.
Long Island MacArthur Airport. Start time of the game is 1:40.
Smith hitting .244 on the season. 4 home runs, 12 driven in. 1 strike pitch. It's a fastball high from Murphy. The count's 1-1, and all of it, already it seems like Murphy has a little more velocity than he has at other points this season. From the windup, the break-even pitch. Off-speed pitch misses outside, and now a 2-1 count to Smith. Smith, 6 foot, 205 pounds, out of Beverly Hills, California. 2-1. Fastball tails away, and now a 3-1 count. Ducks issued 6 walks in the doubleheader yesterday. Here's the 3-1. Swung on, fouled off into the sweet level behind home plate. Judging by the applause of the fans, a nice play was made by someone sitting on the sweet level. And now it's a full count to Sean Smith, first batter of the ball game. Murphy staring over a black glove, kicks, fires the payoff pitch. Swung on, fouled off in the batter's box. It popped up. Ralph Enriquez, the catcher, juggled it a few times, but it was a foul ball. And they'll run it all back at a full count to Sean Smith. Bryant Nelson guards the line down at third base. Another 3-2. Swung on and missed. Change up from Bill Murphy, and it fools Sean Smith. And the first batter of the game strikes out for the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. Sends up Vladimir Sutil, the second baseman. He's batting .267. No home runs, 15 driven in. His average dropped after his 0-for-6 performance in the doubleheader yesterday. Stands in from the right side. First pitch. That's a strike in the knees. And the count 0-1. Jose Julio Ruiz not in the lineup for this one, so it'll be all right-handed batters against the lefty Murphy. 0-1. Swung on, popped up. Foul and out of play. Right side. And the count now 0-2. Jose Salas, the catcher, is the only switch hitter. He's on the bench, probably playing the night game. Jose Julio Ruiz, the only lefty hitter for this team, and he's not in. 0-2. Swung on, poked over second base, down for a hit in right center. Perales picks it up in center field and tosses it back in. But Sutil, the first hit of the ball game, lifting it over Bill Hall at second base. And there's a man on with a man out, top of the first, no score for the Blue Crabs. Sends up the first baseman, Ryan Mulhern. He's hitting .306. 6 home runs, 21 driven in. Murphy, the Ducks pitcher, throws from the stretch for the first time. Holds the ball in his bare left hand. Now he sets at the chest. First pitch. Breaking ball high for ball 1. Sutil, 4 for 4 in stolen base attempts on the season. Takes about a 2.5 stride lead. 1-0. Fastball high and away. Mulhern very close to the plate from the right side. 2-ball pitch. Swung on and missed. That changeup again from Murphy. And now it's 2-1 to Mulhern. Throw over to first base. Sutil was going the wrong way, but Ben Broussard stepped off the bag to field the throw. So Murphy might have had Sutil thinking about it, but Broussard was not in the position to tag. Another throw over. And Sutil dives back in safely. Two-1 count to Mulhern. No score, top of the first. Runner on, one down. 2-1, runner goes. Swung on and missed. Henriquez throw to second base, and Hall has it hit off his glove. Might have hit Sutil as well. It will be a stolen base, as it looked like that throw tailed into Vladimir Sutil, the runner. Pitch was a strike, so now 2-2 to Mulhern. Sutil with his 5th stolen base of the season. And he's in scoring position with 1 down. Blue Crabs trying to strike first. They scored only 2 runs in 16 innings of doubleheader action yesterday. Murphy still from the stretch. Sets. And it's 2-2. Fastball high and away. Counts run full to Ryan Mulhern. Second full count of this first inning for Bill Murphy. He's already at 15 pitches. That's just 1 out. Payoff pitch. Swung on, cranked deep to left field. Brodin going back. He looks up. This one's long gone over the second wall. A 2-run home run for Ryan Mulhern, his 7th dinger of the season. And the Blue Crabs have jumped out to a 2-0 lead. The long ball has been an issue for Ducks pitching. 50th home run that the Ducks pitching staff has given up this season. And it's 2-0 Blue Crabs, 1 out in the top of the first. 6th home run that Murphy has allowed. Sends up the cleanup hitter Kyle Hankard, 295 hitter. Hit his 10th home run of the season yesterday. He's in 3rd place all by himself in the Atlantic League leaders for home runs. Takes the first pitch outside for ball 1. Murphy back to the windup, 1-0. Fastball misses low and in. And the count's 2-0. The Ducks managed their bullpen very well yesterday. 4 guys going just 1 inning as the starting pitching was effective for Long Island. 2-ball pitch. That's inside. Now it's 3-0. So the Ducks do have a little leeway. Of course, 2 games today. Doesn't help the cause, but the Ducks have a little bit of leeway with using their relievers in this one. Should Murphy struggle some more. 3-0. That's inside for ball 4. First walk of the game. And 3 of the first 4 men have reached, 2 of them scoring here in the top of the first. Blue Crabs with a 2-0 lead. Ben Broussard, the first baseman, to the mound. So is Bryant Nelson. They both apply some rosin and have a few words of encouragement for Bryant Nelson as Cesar Nicholas steps in from the right side, the third baseman, hitting 193, 3 home runs, 17 runs driven in. He had his 3rd home run of the season yesterday in the 9-2 Blue Crabs loss in Game 2. First pitch from the stretch. That's a fastball outside. And the count's 1-0. Patrick Osborne coaching third base. He's going to have to bat at some point soon. He's the 9-hitter in the lineup today. Ball 1 pitch. Fastball catches the inside corner. And the count evens up at 1-1. It's been 11 strikes, 11 balls, 22 total pitches for Murphy so far here in the top of the first. 2 runs in for the Blue Crabs. Nelson guarding the line at third. Middle infield at double play depth. 1-1. Swung on and missed. Breaking ball from Murphy puts him ahead 1-2 in the count to Cesar Nicholas. Kyle Hankard leads off at first base for the Blue Crabs. Bright sunshine here at Bethpage Ballpark. Murphy sets. And fires 1-2. Swung on, hit on the ground, through the left side for a base hit. Brodin runs in to field it. And it stops Hankard at second base. A single for Nicholas, 3rd hit of the inning. And there's 2 on with 1 out. 2 already in for the Blue Crabs here in the top of the first. Ralph Enriquez, the catcher, out to speak with Murphy, the pitcher. Try to see if they can figure something out. The inning started with a strikeout, seemed simple enough. Then Vladimir Sutil singled. Ryan Mulhern hit a 2-run home run. Kyle Hankard walked, and now Nicholas with the single. And there's just 1 out, 2 on, 2 in, top of the first. First pitch to Alvin Colina is a strike at the knees. First pitch strike. One of a pitcher's best friends. Pitcher has many best friends depending on the situation. 0-1. Swung on, poked foul out of play on the right side by the righty. And now it's an 0-2 count. Strikeout would help Bill Murphy out immensely here. A peek at second base. The kick, the 0-2. Fastball inside. Colina pulls his feet back out of the way from being hit as the pitch was also low. And now it's a 1-2 count. The set. And the 1-2. Swung on, fouled off behind home plate. Count remains 1-2 to Alvin Colina. The catcher hitting .243 on the season, 2 home runs, 6 driven in. Played in the night game yesterday, went 1 for 4. It's a 7-inning ball game, so 2 runs in the first. It's already a big deficit, and there's not a lot of time to recover in a 7-inning game. 1-2 again. Swung on, hit on the ground to second base. Hall on 3 hops, flips to second for 1. Lions relay, throw to first, double play. 4-6-3, the double play to end the top of the first, but not before. 2 runs score on 3 hits, no errors, and just 1 left on. Heading to the bottom of the first, Blue Crabs up 2-0. You're listening to Long Island Ducks Baseball on 103.9 RCN.
Social support is linked to a lower risk of heart disease. And people who do have illnesses do better if they have a strong social support circle. Call a friend today. That's today's health tip of the day, brought to you by Edelman Health. Edelman Health, what care for yourself.
And fans, once again, direct your attention to the video board and this word from AAA New York. Hey fans, think you have what it takes to topple Timmy the Dunk Tank Dude? Well, there's only one way to find out for sure. Head on over to our newest attraction here at Bethpage Ballpark, the Send in the Clowns Dunk Tank, located on the first base side. If your aim is true, you'll plunge Timmy into the pool of water. Good luck.
Bottom of the first at Bethpage Ballpark. The Ducks with some work to do. Long Island down 2-0 to the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. Ryan Mulhern with a 2-run home run in the top of the first to give the Blue Crabs their 2-0 lead. Gabby Hernandez on the mound for Southern Maryland. 6'3", 215-pound right-hander out of Miami. And the defense behind him, Sean Smith in left field, Jeremy Owens in center, and Kyle Hankard in right. Caesar Nicholas, the third baseman. Mike Richard plays shortstop. It's Vladimir Sutil at second base with Ryan Mulhern at first and Alvin Colina catching for the Blue Crabs. Colina with bright blue catcher's gear, the shin guards, the chest protector, and the helmet all matching royal blue. Even a little lighter than royal blue, maybe even closer to Dodger blue. Danny Perales, Josh Barfield, Ben Broussard here in the bottom of the first for the Ducks. Ducks trying to start the comeback early as things get late pretty quick in a 7-inning ball game. Perales, a left-handed hitter, hitting .267 on the season, 7 home runs, which is tied for the team lead. There's 28 runs batted in, which does lead the team. First pitch. That's a fastball high. And the count's 1-0. Working quickly, the ball, 1 pitch. Swung on, hit high in the air, deep right field. Hankard back. He reaches up and makes a jumping catch, and he bangs into the wall. Pops right back up to his feet. An impressive defensive play by Kyle Hankard to record the first out of the bottom of the first and keep the Blue Crabs up 2-0. Wow. You can hear him run into that wooden Riverhead Bay Motors sign in right field. Hankard seems no worse for the wear on that catch. Sends up Josh Barfield, the designated hitter in this one. Barfield 3 for 8 with a double in the doubleheader yesterday. And it's Joe Gannon, the pitching coach, out to talk to Hernandez. Wonder what that was about. Hernandez kind of tapping just below his Adam's apple on his own upper chest. Wonder if there's a worry with Hernandez.
Barfield, number 28.
Here's Barfield. He's hitting .365. This is 17th game with the Ducks. First pitch. Fastball high for ball 1. Barfield with a home run, 6 runs driven in. Played both games of the doubleheader at second base yesterday. Swings at the 1-0, pops it up, foul and out of play on the right side. And the count now 1-1. 2-0 Blue Crabs. Bottom of the first. Game 1 of 2 at Bethpage Ballpark today. From the windup, the 1-1. Curve ball on the outside corner. And the count now 1-2. Kick, the 1-2. Swung on. Popped up, foul territory right side. Bounces in the Ducks dugout. And the count remains 1-2. Barfield examining his bat. Sounded like that might have been a broken bat, but it appears that Barfield is satisfied with the state of his piece of lumber. So he's ready to go again. Still 1-2, count 1 down, bottom of the first. And the pitch. Fastball misses blown away. An appeal for a checked swing, and Tony Senya says no way down at first. So the count to 2-2. And here it is. Swung on, hit on the ground, up the middle, through for a base hit. Mike Richards, the shortstop, stumbled after it. Well, that ball was ticketed for center field. Jeremy Owens picks it up and throws it back in. First hit of the ball game for the Ducks. And they have a man on with a man out, down by 2 in the bottom of the first. Sends up Ben Broussard. He had quite a first game of the doubleheader. 2 doubles and a home run. He was 3 for 3 with a run and a run batted in. And in the second game, he was over 3, but he scored 2 runs. So Broussard with a very effective day yesterday. He was hit by a pitch and walked when he scored. Second lefty in the lineup. Broussard ready. First pitch. Fastball inside. Josh Barfield, 3 of 4 in stolen base attempts on the season. Shortstop Mike Richard very close to the second base bag. Big gap on the left side for Broussard. Really, gaps on both sides. The set, the ball, 1 pitch. Fastball high and away. And the count's 2-0. Nicholas, the third baseman, even with the bag, but well off the line. First baseman Mulhern holds Barfield on. Throw over. Barfield dives back in safely. No tag applied by Mulhern. From the stretch. Throw over to first. Barfield dives back in safely again. Anthony Arminio coaching first base. Back with the Ducks as Ramon Castro has been placed on the inactive list. Time is called at home plate. Broussard steps out. Re-grips his black bat with his black batting gloves. Black sleeves just showing underneath the orange jersey top. Here's the 2-0. It's fastball high. Colina quickly out of his crouch, pantomiming a throw over to first, but he does not do it. It's now a 3-0 count to Ben Broussard. Dontrell Willis with a towel wrapped around his head in the dugout. That's become his signature look. 3-0. Fastball high and away, and Ben Broussard draws the walk. There's 2 on with 1 out in the bottom of the first. Ducks down 2-0. That's another Municipal Credit Union walk with a purpose. Every time a Ducks batter walks, the Quackerjack Foundation wins. Sends up Joash Brodeen, the cleanup hitter. Leads the team with a 308 average. Also leads the team with 12 doubles. Catcher Colina out to talk to Hernandez. This game starting off at a slow pace. Brodeen, a switch hitter. He'll step in from the left side.
22, Joash, number 22.
Still double play depth for the infield. From the stretch, first pitch. Fastball high and away. Colina stabs it with the black glove, reaching high with his left arm. That's ball 1. 5 straight balls from Gabby Hernandez. Barfield leads off second, Broussard off first. Ball 1 pitch. Fastball on the inner half. Count evens up at 1-1. Brodeen 4 home runs, 18 driven in on the season. A look at second base and the 1-1 home. Swung on, hit weakly on the ground to short. Richard to the bag himself for 1. Throw on a first, double play. So just like the top of the first, the bottom of the first ends with the double play. This one going 6-3. And that retires the Ducks in the bottom of the first. No runs on 1 hit. No errors. 1 left on for Long Island. Heading into the second inning, Ducks trailing Southern Maryland 2-0 here on the home of the Ducks, 103.9 RCN.
Congratulations to our winner. You just won a prize, courtesy of Island Sports Academy and K-16.
Hey fans, head over to the New York Life Concourse table located behind home plate. Bring your children and have them sign up for Child ID. Brought to you by the good folks at New York Life. Each family participating in the program will be entered to win an official Jared Lansford autographed Long Island Ducks baseball.
Top of the second inning. Ducks trailing the Blue Crabs 2-0 as Bill Murphy had some issues in the first inning, but he ended the inning with a double play, which certainly helped things out. He'll face Mike Richard, Jeremy Owens, and Patrick Osborne here in the second. It's time for the Ducks injury report, brought to you by Island Shore Physical Therapy, the official therapists of the Long Island Ducks. Ray Navarrete saw him on the exercise bike today, so he's already on the mend. Probably the start of the second half of the season when Ray Navarrete returns from his plantar fasciitis. First pitch. Richard takes it inside for ball one. Ryan Strebe still a few weeks away. He's had a wrist injury. He could be back with the team around the same time as Navarrete. 1-0 misses outside to the righty Richard. And now a 2-0 count from Bill Murphy. Matt Way, day-to-day with a shoulder impingement. 2-0. That's outside. Now a 3-0 count. That's the Ducks injury report, brought to you by Island Shore Physical Therapy, the official therapists of the Long Island Ducks. Lefty Murphy staring in, the 3-ball pitch. That's high and away for ball 4. Second walk of the day issued by Murphy. And Mike Richard is on to lead off the top of the second.
The center fielder, number 25,
Ducks down 2-0.
Jeremy Owens.
Sends up Jeremy Owens, the center fielder. Sitting 181 on the season. First pitch. A strike at the belt on the inner half. Count 0-1. Owens a home run. 5 driven in. Second in the league with 45 strikeouts. From the stretch, the 0-1. Swung on, popped up behind second base. Now Bailey, the right fielder, sprinting in. But it'll be Bill Hall, the second baseman, back on the outfield grass to make an over-the-shoulder catch for the first out of the top of the second. Blue Crabs up 2-0. That sends up Patrick Osborne, making his first appearance of the season. It'll mark the 5th year in which Patrick Osborne has played for the Blue Crabs. The manager played 10 games last year. It's in his 3rd year as the skipper of the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs, and he inserted himself in the lineup as a designated hitter for this one. First pitch, runner goes, throw to first. Broussard down to second base, and throw gets into left field. Richard taking off for third. Brodeen picks it up and can only airmail one towards the bag. That's an error on Ben Broussard. See if Richard is credited with a stolen base as well. Either way, he ends up at third base, and that's another run for the Blue Crabs just 90 feet away. Infield comes in for the Ducks. First pitch to Osborne. That's outside. Now it's 1-0. And that really hurts the Ducks, considering Patrick Osborne hasn't hit at all this season. So you would think he would be a bit of an easier out. 1-0. That's a strike on the inside corner. It's 1-1. And now the Ducks it was almost a sacrifice without the help of an out being recorded. 1-1. Swung on, foul, back to the netting. Now it's a 1-2 count. And for Richard, it was a stolen base. And then he moves up to third officially on the error by Broussard. From the stretch, 1-2. Fastball inside. Now it's a 2-2 count to Patrick Osborne. He was 7 of 25 in those 10 games last year for the Blue Crabs. He played in over 115 games in 2008, 2009, and 2010. Time called at home plate. Osborne came up through the Indians organization, where he played almost exclusively in affiliated baseball. 2-2. Low, blocked well by Enriquez. He sends it up the first base line, but Richard can't advance from third. And now a full count to Patrick Osborne. That was the 40th pitch of the outing for Murphy. And there's just one away here in the top of the second. Blue Crabs with a 2-0 lead. Payoff pitch. Inside for ball 4. A walk to Patrick Osborne, and there's runners on the corners with one out. Third walk of the day by Murphy as the lineup rolls over to Sean Smith. The left fielder struck out to start the ball game. Smith taking a slow walk up as Joe Gannon, the pitching coach, is taking over the third base coaching duties as the manager, Patrick Osborne, stands on first base. Talking with another former Indians player, Ben Broussard. First pitch. Smith lines one over third, down for a hit in left field. Richard scores easily. Osborne stops at second base. An RBI single for Sean Smith. And the Blue Crabs have extended their lead to 3-0. First pitch swinging. Smith saw just what he wanted to see.
The second baseman, number 7, Vladimir Sutil, number 7.
Now it's Vladimir Sutil. He singled in score on Mulhern's home run in the first. Swings the first pitch, slicing down the right field line. Bailey sprinting over. This one falls foul. About 8 feet foul. Count 0-1. 3-0 Blue Crabs. One out. Top of the second. Runners on first and second for Southern Maryland. One strike pitch. Fastball high and away. And the count evens up at 1-1. Sutil from Caracas, Venezuela. Last played in the Diamondbacks organization. Fist the 1-1 off foul behind home plate. Into the Duck Club. And the count 1-2 in Bill Murphy's favor. The lefty trying to get out of another inning. He could use a double play as he used to escape the first. Another one here would help him out immensely. And the 1-2. Just low. Enriquez holding it for an extra beat. Trying to show Marty Bauer that it was a strike. But Bauer, a veteran, not falling for that old trick. And the count's to 2-2. Murphy from the stretch. Sets at the letters. Fires home. That misses low and away. Osborne taking off for a third as it bounced away, and Enriquez has no play. Wait to see if that's ruled a wild pitch or passed ball. But either way, both runners advance. Now there's 2 in scoring position. No double play opportunity of any kind. Just 1 out. Is a wild pitch. And now the payoff pitch. Swung on, foul back to the netting. Count remains full. This outing certainly not going the way that the Ducks and Bill Murphy wanted it to. Another 3-2. Swung on, popped up, foul. First base side, Broussard sprinting over, but this one lands in the seats. And the count remains full. Next pitch will be number 50 for Bill Murphy. And there's just 1 out in the top of the second. Southern Maryland jumping out to a 3-0 lead. Another payoff pitch. Swung on, fouled off again. This one over the netting to the right side behind home plate. Eighth pitch of the at-bat coming up to Vladimir Sutil. Osborne leads off third. It's Smith off second for the Blue Crabs. Time called at home plate. Sutil with all white shoes. contrasting a bit with the gray jersey and jersey pants. Another 3-2. Swung on, lifted, foul out of play. Over everything on the right side. So a long at bat, adding to an already long afternoon for the Ducks. This is just a 7-inning ball game. The kick, the 3-2. Low for ball 4. Third walk of the inning for Bill Murphy. And it loads the bases, 1 out. 1 run already in for the Blue Crabs, and they hold a 3-0 lead. 4th walk overall on the day issued by Murphy. And Steve Foucault, the pitching coach, trudges out of the dugout. 3rd time this season Murphy has walked 4 in an outing. He has never walked more. Most recently, he walked 4 in just 2 innings against Sugar Land on April 28th. He took the loss that day. Foucault, one arm on Ralph Enriquez, the catcher, the other one on the shoulder of Bill Murphy, the pitcher, as they chat on the hill. Foucault said what he needs to say. The Fu Manchu mustache growing back in for Steve Foucault. He shaved it off early in the season when the team was not having much success. But the facial follicles returning for Foucault. Sends up Ryan Mulhern. He did the damage in the first. 2-run home run deep to left. That put the Blue Crabs in front. The lead is now 3-0. First pitch. Slow for ball 1. Bases loaded. Patrick Osborne on third. Sean Smith on second. Vladimir Sutil on first. Ball 1 pitch. That misses outside. Now it's 2-0. 28 strikes, 26 balls, 54 total pitches so far for Murphy. He's just not finding the zone. There is action in the bullpen, 2-0. Swung on, broken bat, ball hit back up the middle. And Bill Hall, a second baseman, drops it. Everyone's going to be safe. Osborne scores. That was a tough play as the barrel of the bat was flying out. The ball was a comebacker to Murphy, and he was caught off guard seeing the bat. The ball trickled behind second base. Hall picked it up. He really wasn't going to have a play anyways. Osborne scores. And it's 4-0 Blue Crabs, and Kevin Baez has come out of the dugout to relieve Bill Murphy. And that's the end of the outing for Murphy. He leaves the bases loaded, just 1 out here in this second inning. Step aside for a moment. Blue Crabs with a 4-0 lead over the Ducks right here on 103.9 RCN.
So you have some extra tickets to spend at the ballpark today. Head over to the tables in front of the Waterloo shop and purchase some tickets for our 50-50 raffle. We'll be announcing the winner later today, and you must be present to redeem your prize after the 5th inning. It's only $1 a ticket and $5 for 6 tickets. All proceeds will go to the Quackerjack Foundation. Once again, check out the table in front of the Waterland shop on the main concourse behind the press box to sign up for your 50-50 raffle here today. Today's clubhouse meal is sponsored by Texas Roadhouse, located on 2571 Hempstead Turnpike in East Meadow, just west of the Lonto Parkway. That's Texas Roadhouse in East Meadow, the home of the legendary food and legendary service.
TJ Hose relieving Bill Murphy for the Long Island Ducks. Ducks down 4-0, 1 out in the top of the second. for Hose out of the bullpen. His 19th appearance. He has a 1-1 record and even 3 earned run average. In 18 innings, he's given up 19 hits, 9 runs, 6 of them earned, with 15 strikeouts versus 6 walks. Murphy exits this game throwing 55 pitches, 29 of them for strikes. In an inning and a third, he gave up 5 hits, 4 walks, 1 strikeout, had a wild pitch as well, gave up a home run. And his run numbers aren't done. He's responsible for all 3 men on base. Sean Smith on third, Vladimir Sutil on second, Ryan Mulhern on first, with Kyle Hankard, the right fielder, stepping in from the right side. 4-0 Blue Crabs. Game 1 of 2 at Bethpage Ballpark today. Hose from the stretch. Look at third, first pitch. Breaking ball misses inside. On the count 1-0. Hose, a native of Maryland. He's from Hagerstown, Maryland. Pitched with Somerset in the Atlantic League last year. 1-ball pitch. Swung on, hit sharply foul of third base. Smith, the runner, jumped out of the way, jumping straight up in the air to avoid being hit with that batted ball. Smartly, he was in foul territory. So if he was hit with it, it would have just been a foul ball. He would not have been out. And the count evens up at 1-1. And the break-even pitch. Swung on, grounded foul of third base once again. Swung into the netting by the dugout. Nice to see Brian Barton up on the rail, involved in a scary incident in Game 1 yesterday. He squared to bunt, the ball went off his bat and hit him right in the face. One, 2. Outside and low. Enriquez slides right to block it. Counts 2-2. So it looks like Brian Barton will be out for a couple of weeks. Still need to complete some more testing once the swelling goes down, but he appears to be in good spirits in the Blue Crabs dugout. Two. Swung on, cranked foul of third base once again. Bounces off the advertising board well down the left field line. And Murphy threw 55 pitches to get just 4 outs now. TJ Hose has already thrown 5 pitches here to Kyle Hankard, the first man he's seen. Another 2-2. Low and away. Enriquez backhands on the bounce. And the counts run full. Hose holds the ball behind his back as he reads the sign. Sets at the neck. Payoff pitch. Swung on, lined on the left field line. Fair ball. Smith comes in to score. Sutil around third. He scores easily. An RBI double, 2-run double for Kyle Hankard. And the Blue Crabs have a 6-0 lead. The offense that was not there yesterday has emerged right away for the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. Sends up Caesar Nicholas, 8th batter of the inning. He singled in the first inning. 6 runs on 6 hits for the Blue Crabs. Still just 1 out. Top of the second. Nicholson from the right side against Hose, the righty. First pitch. Fastball tails inside for ball 1. Hose, listed at 5'10", one of the shortest members of the Ducks. In fact, there are 3 other men who are 5'10" tall. 1-0 misses inside. Count 2-0. Ryan Canary, Dan Lyons, and Bryant Nelson, all 5'10". Ian Snell, 5'11". Everybody else 6 feet and over. (2-0). Misses outside. It's 3-0. Problems for Ducks pitching finding the zone continue. The set. 3-ball pitch. That misses low for ball 4. 5th walk issued by Ducks pitching, and it's just the 2nd inning. 9th batter of the inning, Alvin Colina. He ended the 1st, grounding into a double play. Bases loaded once again. Mulhern on 3rd, Hankard at 2nd, Nicholas at 1st for the Blue Crabs. First pitch to the righty. Colina takes a strike on the outside corner. First pitch strike. Certainly helping out TJ Hose. He's now thrown 12 pitches, 5 of them strikes, 7 of them balls. 1 strike delivery. Swung on, hit on a high hop foul of third base. Brian Nelson fields in foul territory, stepping on the bag, then whips a throw to first, but it's a foul ball. Count 0-2. Nelson trying his best to get out of this inning and impress upon the umpires that ball was fair. Colina behind 0-2. Hose trying to end this 2nd inning. 4 runs in already for the Blue Crabs. And the 0-2, blown away off the glove of Enriquez. Here comes Mulhern to score the throw. The slide, he is safe. Everybody up a base. 5th run of the inning, 7th run of the ball game for the Blue Crabs. They lead 7-0. That one could be a wild pitch or a pass ball, really on the borderline. Would think a wild pitch. Hankard to 3rd, Nicholas to 2nd. Now a 1-2 count to Colina. So that eliminates any double play chance, or routine double play chance. A kick, here's the 1-2. That's low. And the count to 2-2. It is officially a wild pitch that allows Mulhern to score. Now we'll close the book on Bill Murphy. He gives up 7 runs. The set. 2-2. Swung on, hit on the ground to 3rd. Nelson backhands, throws to 1st, and that records the out. Nelson went to tag the runner Hankard, but he was already back on the bag. So just 1 out recorded at first base. It is the 2nd out of the inning.
Number 4.
As it sends up Mike Richard. He started the inning with a walk. Came around to score after stealing 2nd base, moving to 3rd on the throwing error by Ben Broussard. And then he scored on Sean Smith's single. First pitch low and away to Richard, the shortstop. Count 1-0. He walked on 4 pitches to start this inning. That was when Bill Murphy, the starter, was on the hill. 1-0, a strike on the inner half. Count evens up at 1-1. Kyle Hankard on 3rd. Caesar Nicholas at 2nd base. 2 in scoring position for the Blue Crabs. This game has hit the 50-minute mark, and it's the top of the 2nd. 1-1. Low. Now a 2-1 count. Hose behind the mound, adjusts his cap. And a 2-1. Swung on line. Leaping snare made by Dan Lyons. It hit off the top of his glove, and he caught it with the bare hands to retire the side. Blue Crabs doing damage. 5 runs on 3 hits. There was 1 error, 2 left on, and 4 walks in the frame. Heading to the bottom of the second. Southern Maryland up 7-0. And you're listening to Ducks Baseball on 103.9 RCN.
And also, everybody in their section, section 210, you win $5 now to go play some great games as well. So congratulations to them. All right, guys, enjoy the rest of the game from the Dave & Buster's best seat in the house.
Welcome to AccuData Payroll, the home of personalized payroll service. For over 25 years delivering attention, accuracy, and service. We know each client on a first-name basis. Staff members answer our phones, not voicemail. Whether your business is large or small, with our cutting-edge technology, we can respond to your specific payroll needs. Whether you're paying 2 or 2,000 employees, AccuData provides cost-effective pricing guaranteed.
AccuData Payroll is ready to show you what great service is all about. Call us today.
Hey fans, a reminder that today is a 7-inning game, and after the game, as part of Bethpage Federal Credit Union's fan-friendly Sundays, all kids and kids at heart get a chance to run the bases like their favorite Ducks players. A special thank you to Bethpage Federal Credit Union for making fan-friendly Sundays possible. Bethpage Federal Credit Union, banking that changes lives.
Bottom of the second inning, Ducks trailing 7-0 here at Bethpage Ballpark, and Gabby Hernandez, the pitcher for the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs, has to be one of the happiest men around, given a 7-0 lead. It's the first time this season that the Blue Crabs have scored more than 5 runs in any game which Hernandez has pitched. That includes his relief appearances. They scored 4 against Somerset on May 15th, 4 against Bridgeport on May 22nd, and now finally Hernandez with some wiggle room, and he hopes that this can be his first win of the season.
Nelson, number 21.
Bryant Nelson leading things off, switch hitter batting from the left. Takes the first pitch for a strike. Nelson, 240 on the season, 6 of 18. 6 home runs, 18 runs driven in, I should say, as the 0-1 crosses for a strike on the inside corner. And it's quickly 0-2. Hernandez from a full wind, the 0-2. Swung on, popped up. Third base side, Nicholas a few strides left, and the third baseman grabs it for the first out at the bottom of the second. Blue Crabs holding on to their 7-0 lead. Sends up Bill Hall.
Number 6, Bill Hall. Number 6.
Hall with the grand slam, along with a 2-run double in Game 2 yesterday, as the Ducks completed the doubleheader sweep. Looking to jumpstart the Ducks offense in this one. Righty takes the first pitch outside for ball 1. And can officially complete the line on Bill Murphy. All 7 runs he issued were earned. 1-0 outside corner. County was up at 1-1. So for Murphy, an inning in the third, 5 hits, 7 runs all earned. 4 walks and a strikeout, 52 pitches, 29 of them strikes. A wild pitch and a home run given up. 1-1. That's low. Now the count 2-1 to Bill Hall. Hall from Paradise Valley, Arizona. Most recently played with the Salt Lake Bees, AAA affiliate of the Anaheim Angels. 2-1 pitch. Swung on, hit high in the air down the left field line. Smith running over towards the corner, and this one's just foul. Right down by the pole. Foul by maybe 5 feet at the most. Home run distance, but a foul ball. Brings the count to 2-2, 1 out. Bottom of the second. Ducks trailing 7-0. Hall takes a 2-2 low, and the counts are on a full. Gabby Hernandez really looking to just throw strikes here with a 7-run lead. The wind, the kick, the payoff pitch. That's high for ball 4. Second walk of the day issued by Gabby Hernandez. That's another Municipal Credit Union walk with the purpose. Every time a Ducks batter walks, the Quackerjack Foundation wins. Sends up Adam Bailey with a man on and a man out in the bottom of the second. Ducks trailing 7-0. Bailey, a .265 hitter, tied for the team lead with 7 home runs. He has driven in 22 runs as well. Bats from the left side. Bailey, the youngest member of this team, the only member of the team born in 1988. And the 25-year-old takes the first pitch for a ball low. March the 6th of 1988, to be specific, on the Bailey birth date. (1-0). Off the end of the bat, foul behind home plate. And now 1-1 count. Bill Hall leads off first base. The first time in a Ducks uniform he's been on first base. Check that, he walked in game 2 yesterday, as he had a home run and a double as well. (1-1). That's outside. Fastball tails away from the lefty Bailey. And the count's 2-1. Middle infield at double play depth. 2-1 pitch. Bailey takes it high and away. Now a 3-1 count. So it looks like Hernandez might be a little rusty coming off that very long top of the second. From the stretch. A look at first the 3-1. Bailey takes it high for ball 4. Back-to-back walks, and the Ducks have a little something happening here in the bottom of the second. 2 on with 1 out. Southern Maryland up 7-0. Another Municipal Credit Union walk with a purpose issued right there to Adam Bailey. Every time a Ducks batter walks, the Quackerjack Foundation wins. As there's a mound meeting, take a quick peek at the out-of-town scoreboard. Bridgeport up 7-1 on Lancaster. Bottom of the 4th. Sugarland and Somerset. The Skeeters head 4-1 over the Patriots. That game in the top of the 5th at TD Bank Ballpark. York and Camden just about to get underway on the banks of the Delaware River in New Jersey. Ducks and Blue Crabs playing a doubleheader. Only doubleheader today. There were 4 doubleheaders yesterday, and they were all doubleheader sweeps. Patriots over Skeeters, Revolution over River Sharks, Barnstormers over Bluefish. Switch hitter Ralph Enriquez bats from the left side. Catcher takes the first pitch high and away for ball 1. Enriquez hitting .213 on the season. 3 home runs, 9 driven in. And the 1-0. Outside corner. Count evens up at 1-1. Bill Hall on second base. Adam Bailey on first for the Ducks, as they attempt to jumpstart a comeback, trailing 7-0. Runners take their lead, the 1-1. Swung on and missed. Enriquez with a home run hack, but nothing to show for it. And now the count's 1-2. Hernandez sets at the neck, fires home. 1-2 is high. Counts even back up at 2-2 to Ralph Enriquez. So it's Hernandez to Enriquez here. Both from Florida. Hernandez, Miami. Enriquez, Key West. A look at second base and the 2-2 home. Just misses low and away on a full count to Ralph Enriquez. .33 pitches so far for Hernandez. 19 of them coming here in the bottom of the second. He has a 7-0 lead. Well, the Ducks have a chance to put a few on the board right now with 2 on, 1 out. Payoff pitch on the way to Enriquez. Here it is. Swung on and missed. Changeup from Hernandez. And he earns his first strikeout of the ball game. And now Patrick Osborne, the manager, out to talk to Hernandez. Osborne was out there very quickly. And he seems to be having an intense conversation, a little animated. But Osborne said everything he needs to say, and he'll jog back to the dugout with Dan Lyons stepping up. First time Lyons has come to the plate today, the shortstop, hitting .215, no home runs, 13 driven in on the season. Bill Hall on second base. Adam Bailey on first. 2 outs, bottom of the second. Ducks trying to inch their way back into this one. 7-0 Blue Crabs. First pitch. Lyons, the righty, takes it for a strike on the outside corner. Count 0-1. Lyons second in the league with 4 triples. He's tied with Dustin Martin of Sugar Land. The league leader is Brian Barton of the Blue Crabs. 0-1. Breaking ball floats in high. Not the best pitch Hernandez has thrown today. And the count evens up at 1-1. 2 walks to put the 2 men on base this inning for the Ducks. Dan Lyons hoping to take advantage and keep the inning going. Hernandez sets. The kick and the 1-1. Swung on and missed. Lyons opening up his front shoulder a little bit there. So he swung right through it. And the count to 1-2. And the 1-2 pitch. Misses just low. So now a 2-2 count to Dan Lyons. Lyons slightly open stance from the right side. And the pitch. Fastball inside, a full count to Dan Lyons. 4 straight batters have had full counts. Check that. Bailey walked on 3-1. 3 of the last 4 hitters that have had full counts for the Ducks. Lyons trying to keep this inning going. Roll the lineup over to Danny Perales. And the payoff pitch, runners go. Swung on, grounded weakly foul of third base. Goes right through the gap in the fence in front of the third base dugout, occupied by the Blue Crabs. And the count remains full. Quackerjack on the roof of that third base dugout, imploring the fans to make some noise and cheer on the Ducks. Time called at home plate. Lyons steps out. Now the shortstop settles back in. Three-two, runners go. Swung on, hit on the ground up the middle. Backhanded by the second baseman Sutil, but he has no play. Here comes Hall home, and the throw is cut off. The Ducks score their first run. It's now 7-1 Blue Crabs. And Dan Lyons sneaking one right up the middle to put the Ducks on the board. Hall off with the pitch, was able to score coming around third. He just never stopped running. An RBI single for Lions. And there's still 2 on with 2 out for the Ducks. And Danny Perales has a chance to continue biting into that Southern Maryland lead. Bailey up to second base, and now it's Lions on first. Perales, the lefty, awaiting the first pitch from Gabby Hernandez. And here it is. Swung on, popped up, foul territory, third base side. That finds the seats. Count 0-1. Bill Hall scoring from second base on an infield single. Sutil diving behind the bag to keep it on the infield. But I didn't stop Hall from scoring. One strike pitch. Perales takes it high and away. The count evens up at 1-1. Next pitch will be the 30th of the inning for Hernandez. Just when it looked like things were pretty easy for him due to his team scoring 7 runs in the first 2 innings, he's made a bit of a meal of this bottom of the second. 1-1. Perales swings, lines it foul and out of play on the left side. Hits off the Hebrew National advertisement well down the left field line. And the count's 0-2. A couple of times today we've seen Hernandez use the changeup as his out pitch. Seabury throws here on 1-2. A look at second base. And the pitch. Swung on, hit high in the air. Deep right center field. Hankard going back. He's at the track. And this one is gone. Danny Perales with a 3-run home run. And the Ducks are right back in it, trailing 7-4. Eighth home run of the season for Perales. He now has 31 runs driven in as well. And it's a 3-run ball game with Josh Barfield stepping to the plate. First pitch to Barfield is a strike at the knees. Well, Perales closing this gap. The Ducks down 7-0 as the bottom of the second began. Now trailed by just 3. 0-1 to Barfield. Swung on, popped up, foul and out of play on the right side. It's quickly 0-2. That home run by Perales was the Ducks' 44th home run this season. If Long Island hits 100 home runs this year, they've met the Chappie's Home Run Challenge, and Chappie's Funeral Homes will donate $5,000 to the Quacker Jack Foundation. This is game 47, so they're on a good pace. 0-2. Barfield swings, lifts one towards short. Richard moving behind the bag, snares it, and that retires the side. Not before the Ducks score 4 runs on 2 hits. There were 2 walks and nobody left on. Heading to the third, 7-4 Southern Maryland. This one's going to be a shootout for sure, and you'll hear it here on the home of the Ducks, 103.9 RCN.
And over there I got Gabriel, who is 8, and of course Luke, who is 3. Now what I need is for everybody to join in and sing happy birthday with me on the count of 3. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear AJ, Lucas, Benjamin, Gabriel, and Luke. Happy birthday to you. All right, friends, the Ducks and Carvel would like to wish a very happy birthday and congratulations to the rest of the fans in attendance celebrating special occasions. Turn your attention to the ribbon board out in left center field for the rest of the names of those celebrating a birthday and any anniversaries that are with us here today. Me and QJ are on our way to Carvel with the birthday boys.
Fans, that's the Ducks' 44th home run this season. If the Ducks hit 100 home runs this season, they will have met the Chappie's Home Run Challenge.
7-4, the Blue Crabs on top of the Ducks as the third inning begins. This one an offensive affair, to say the least. TJ Hose beginning his first full inning of relief for Long Island, looking to keep the Blue Crabs bats at bay.
Hey, Ducks fans, while you're on
Southern
the
Maryland
concourse
scoring
today, why not try your luck at the
2
Ducks
runs in the
Field
first,
Fridays?
5 runs
Located
in the
on main
second.
concourse in front
The
of
Ducks
Bottle and Shop.
answering back with
$1
4 runs in the
low
bottom
fee,
of the
great
second,
price.
keyed by Danny Perales' 3-run home run. I'm Tom Felice. We're live at a pretty full Bethpage ballpark. As the Ducks look to keep rolling. They swept a doubleheader yesterday from these Blue Crabs, and it's another doubleheader today. Long Island looking to inch closer in the standings. The Ducks 3 back of the Blue Crabs for first place in the Liberty Division.
Center fielder, number 25, Jeremy Owens.
Be Jeremy Owens, Patrick Osborne, and Sean Smith here in the top of the third. Hose, the righty from the stretch, first pitch. It's outside for ball 1. Time for third inning trivia brought to you by Carvel. Carvel celebrating more than 75 years of making people happy. Hose from the stretch, 1-0. Strike on the inside corner, the count evens up. Bill Murphy was drafted in the 3rd round of the 2002 Major League Baseball draft. Who was the Mets' first-round pick this year? Give you a hint, there is an Atlantic League connection. Answer in the bottom half of the inning. 1-1. Swung on and missed. Owens now behind 1-2. He popped up to second base in the second inning. Lyons, a shortstop, well over towards third. Big gap up the middle. 1-2 pitch. Slow and away. And the count to 2-2. Hall, the second baseman, also very close to the bags. The entire infield shifted over towards third. Expecting Owens to pull. Just a 179 hitter after his pop out in the second. Hose sets. Fires 2-2. Swung on and missed. Owens striking out for the 46th time this season.
Strikeout by Ducks pitcher TJ Hose puts another K.
It's the first strikeout for Hose, second for Ducks pitching, and there's one down in the top of the third. Blue Crabs up 7-4. Sends up Patrick Osborne, the manager for these Blue Crabs. He walked and scored in the 5-run second. First appearance he's made this season. Takes the first pitch for a strike on the inside corner. Nice fastball from Hose. Counts 0-1. Osborne in his 3rd season as the manager. 0-1 pitch. It's fastball high. The count 1-1. He's just 32 years old. Born February 27th, 1981. Grew up in Bakersfield, California. 1-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. Osborne with a healthy hack there. And now it's 1-2. It has to be strange for him to look down at the third base coach's box, considering that's usually his vantage point for the ball game. 1-2. Just misses low. And the count's 2-2. Osborne went to the University of Florida. He was drafted in the 2nd round of the 2002 draft, that same draft in which Bill Murphy was drafted in the 3rd round. Hose ready. The kick, the 2-2. Osborne takes it outside, and for the second time today, the right-handed hitting designated hitter / manager has worked a full count. There's action in the Ducks bullpen down the right field line. Payoff pitch. Just misses low and away, and that's ball 4. Well, Patrick Osborne still yet to record an official at-bat this season as he's drawn 2 walks. It's the second walk Hose is issued, 6th overall by Ducks pitching. Puts a man on with a man out in the top of the 3rd. Blue Crabs ahead 7-4. Sean Smith stepping up. He struck out swinging to lead off the ball game. And an RBI single and scored in the 5-run second. Stands in from the right side. An entire lineup of righties today for Southern Maryland. First pitch, fastball on the outside corner. That's strike one. Smith was 3 for 7 in the doubleheader yesterday, matching Kyle Hankard for the best offensive output. One strike delivery. Swung on, hit high in the air. Right side. Hall, the second baseman, back on the grass, moving towards the line. Grabs it. And that's the second out of the inning. 7-4 Southern Maryland. Top of the third. Sends up the number 2 hitter, Vladimir Sutil. Singled and scored in the first. Walked and scored in the second. Sutil and the man on deck, Ryan Mulhern, the only 2 Blue Crabs to have scored twice.
Number 7, Vladimir Sutil. Number 7.
Osborne still on first base for the Blue Crabs. Ben Broussard holds him on there. First pitch. Low and away for ball one. Osborne never much of a runner. He has 11 stolen bases in 4 total seasons with the Blue Crabs coming into today. He was an everyday player, 2008, 2009, 2010. Then he became the manager. 1-0. Outside, now a 2-0 count to Vladimir Sutil. Sutil spells Vladimir, W-L-A-D-I-M-I-R. Sutil out of the batter's box, climbs back in with those bright white shoes. The righty's ready to go. Hose the righty on the mound, sets, fires 2-0. Fastball misses low, and now a 3-0 count. Hose has now thrown 19 balls, 16 strikes, 35 total pitches out of the bullpen. He's recorded 4 outs so far. 3-0. Fastball on the inside corner. Count to 3-1. 3-run lead for the Blue Crabs. It's 7-4 Southern Maryland. 2 outs in the top of the third. Just a 7-inning ball game here in game 1 of the doubleheader. This game reaching the hour and 20-minute mark already. 3-1. Swung on, line to deep left field. Brodeen sprinting back. He looks up, and this one is gone. A line drive into the bullpen for Vladimir Sutil, his first home run of the season. And the Blue Crabs lead is back to 5. It's 9-4 Southern Maryland. Third time today Sutil has scored. Second hit of the game. And the Ducks started the comeback with 4 runs in the bottom of the second, but the Blue Crabs put 2 on the scoreboard here in the third.
First baseman,
the lead is back to 5.
Ryan Mulhern, number 32.
Ryan Mulhern takes the first pitch strike. The first baseman had the 2-run home run in the first and then an RBI single in the second. So he has 2 runs scored as well. Grounds this one foul of third base. He's behind 0-2. Hose standing behind the mound, knocking the dirt out of his cleats with that grate that's placed behind the rubber. Steps back onto the mound. Hose wears 18 in these orange jerseys. He's normally number 32. The set and the 0-2. That misses low and away. Count 1-2. Good job by Enriquez, the catcher, to slide right to block that one. Outfield, a step towards left. Infield at their normal depth with 2 down. Blue Crabs up by 5. Here in the top of the third. 1-2. Swung on, fisted over second base, down for a hit in front of right fielder Adam Bailey. He picks it up, throws it back in. A single for Mulhern. Third hit of the day for him. And the inning continues for Kyle Hankard. Hankard 1 for 1, had a 2-run double in that 5-run second. Also walked in the first, but he has yet to score as Kevin Baez, the manager, heads out to relieve TJ Hose. So Hose's day out of the bullpen is done. A reliever coming in for the Ducks. Tell you all about him when we return. 9-4 Southern Maryland, 2 outs, top of the third. You're listening to the home of the Ducks, 103.9 RCN.
Duck fans, earlier today you watched a video clip that featured Adam Bailey as today's P.C. Richardson Whistle Player of the Game. Last inning, Adam Bailey scored a run. So if you are seated in section 204, row K, seat 4, you have just won a gift certificate to P.C. Richardson. Again, that's section 204, row K, seat 4. Please report to the Newsday Customer Service Center to claim your prize. Well, there's only one way to find out for sure. Head over to our newest attraction here at Bethpage Ballpark, the Send Him the Clowns Dunk Tank, located on the first base side.
Josh Lansford out of the bullpen for the Long Island Ducks. Ducks trailing 9-4, 2 outs, top of the third. Already the third pitcher for Long Island today. Josh with a 1-1 record, 5.87 earned run average. This his 15th appearance, all in relief. So far, he's thrown 15 and a third innings, giving up 22 hits, 12 runs, 10 of those earned, with 15 strikeouts and 4 walks. Hose leaves the game, responsible for Mulhern, the man on first base. As Kyle Hankard, the right fielder, steps up.
Number 15, Kyle
Hankard,
number 15.
1 for 1 with 2 driven in on the 2-run double in the second. Has yet to score a run. Lands for the righty. Pitching from the stretch, the righty Hankard. Mulhern leads off first. And the first pitch. Swung on, hit high in the air, deep left field. Brodin jogging back. He looks up. This one's gone off the scoreboard. Third home run of the day for the Blue Crabs. And the lead is back to 7, 11-4 Southern Maryland. Hankard swinging at the first pitch. And he hit it off the scoreboard in left center. It's 11-4 Blue Crabs.
Third baseman, number 19, Caesar Nicholas, number 19.
3 2-run homers in this one. And the Blue Crabs, like the bottom of the second, never happened. Here it's Caesar Nicholas. And he takes the first pitch ball low and away. The righty Nicholas singled in the first, walked in the second. "1-0, hits him in the back. That one got away for Lansford. And warnings have been issued by home plate umpire Marty Bauer, as he doesn't want anything to happen in this one. If the game's getting away from the Ducks, he does not want control to be lost here. But Josh Lansford, one of the nicer guys you'll meet, and his immediate reaction was that he just lost that pitch. Sends up Alvin Colina with a runner on at 2 down. Top of the third, 11-4. Blue Crabs on top.
Alvin Colina, number 44.
Colina 0 for 2. 2 ground outs. One of them a double play in the first. First pitch. That is a strike on the inside corner with the breaking ball. Colina, the only man to not reach base so far for the Blue Crabs. 0-1 on the inside corner. And the count's 0-2. Lansford sets. 0-2 pitch. Check swing. The pitch is low. And the count's 1-2. Lansford stares in. Reads the sign. Fires 1-2. Swung on, hit on the ground. Past Dan Lyons at short and into left field. The hit barrage continues. 10th hit of the game. Ducks pitching staff has issued up 6 walks as well. And Southern Maryland batting around for the second consecutive inning with the 9th man to bat, Mike Richards, stepping up. Nicholas moved to second base on the Colina single. First pitch on the ground, sharply to third. Nelson takes it to the bag himself. That forces out Nicholas and ends the inning. Blue Crabs with 4 runs on 4 hits, no errors, 2 left on in the top of the third, and the lead is right back to 7. 11-4 Blue Crabs heading to the bottom of the third inning. You're listening to the home of the Ducks, 103.9 RCN.
Start that music clockwise, guys. Here we go. Go ahead, this way, let's go. I won't be. I'll get you started. There you go. Gotta find a seat. If you do not have a seat, you are going to be eliminated. Each round, we are taking a chair, right? Oh, first putt to the seat. All right, let's go. Let's go. Matthew's gone. Here we go. We got the Richie, Joey, and Alexander. 2 chairs left. Oh, Alexander, good job. Down to Richie and Joey. Oh, no, he's quack. Go. Oh, Quacker. I think, winner is Joey. Short head, buddy. Good job, Joey. Congratulations, that was musical chairs sponsored by MSC Industrial Supply.
Bottom of the third inning, Ducks trailing by 7. It's 11-4 Southern Maryland here at Bethpage Ballpark. Gabby Hernandez taking his tune-up tosses again. It looked like Hernandez might have hit a big road bump in the second inning, but his offense comes and scores 4 more for him in the top of the third. It's 11-4 Blue Crabs. The Ducks will send up Ben Broussard, Joash Brodeen, and Bryant Nelson. 3-4-5 in the order as the Ducks try to come back again. They were down 7-0 before the bottom of the second. Long Island scored 4 runs to climb back in it. But it's 4 more for Southern Maryland in the top of the third to make it 11-4. Just a 7-inning ball game, remember, game 1 of 2 today at Bethpage Ballpark. Time for the answer. The third inning trivia question brought to you by Carvel. Carvel is celebrating more than 75 years of making people happy. Ducks starter Bill Murphy, drafted in the 2002 draft, as was Patrick Osborne, the manager for the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. Who is the Mets' first-round pick, 14th overall? That's the question. The answer, Scott Kazmir. He pitched for the Sugarland Skeeters last season. Now he's with the Indians organization this year. Scott Kazmir, the answer to the third inning trivia question today. Ben Broussard steps up. Ducks trail by 7, bottom of the third. Broussard walked on 4 pitches his first time up. First pitch. It's outside for ball 1. From the line, the 1-0. Lefty Broussard takes an inside strike, and the count's 1-1. Break-even pitch. Swung on, fouled off right by Joash Brodeen in the on-deck circle. And the count's 1-2. 1-2 pitch, swung on, grounded foul of first base. Anthony Arminio trying to make the play, coaching first base, but he drops it. Count 1-2 now on Broussard. Hernandez from the windup. The kick and the 1-2. Swung on, foul back into the netting. Broussard staying alive at 1-2. Hernandez threw 34 pitches in the second inning as the Ducks tagged 4 runs on him. And he still has a 7-run lead. Another 1-2, swung on and missed. Then Broussard over the top of that breaking ball, second strikeout of the day for Hernandez, and there's one down in the bottom of the third. Ducks trailing by 7. Here comes Joash Brodin, the left fielder. He grounded into a 6-3 double play to end the bottom of the first. Average now at 3.06 for this afternoon's left fielder. First pitch, a strike into Brodin. Ducks playing tonight at 7:05. Atlantic League Championship T-shirts handed out to the first 1,500 fans. 1 strike pitch. It's outside to even the count. Those T-shirts sponsored by LIU Riverhead Brentwood. Then a big series with Bridgeport Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday here at the Duck Pond. Those all 6:35 starts. 1-1. Swung on, fouled off. Out of play on the left side. Count to 1-2. If you want tickets to a Ducks game, stop by the Bethpage Ballpark box office. Visit liducks.com or give a call to 631-940-TIXX. 1-2. Swung on, hit high in the air, deep down the right field line. Hankered over, and he reaches out, not able to make the catch. He runs into the wall, and he is down in a heap. Now pushing himself back up to his hands and knees as he ran into the wall. Second time today he has smacked into the wall, but it looks like Hankard is okay. Players out of both dugouts with concern. The trainer and manager, Patrick Osborne, out of the third base dugout for the Blue Crabs, but it looks like Hankard's okay. That's a foul ball to Brodin. 1-2 count, 1 down, bottom of the third. Blue Crabs up 11-4. So once again, if you want to call for your Ducks tickets, that's 631-940-8499. Want to get your tickets, and Benny and Brad, Chris, Anthony, and Sean will take care of all of your Ducks tickets needs. Brodin, the switch hitter, batting from the left side. Even stance. Hernandez from the windup. Another 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Back-to-back strikeouts for the Ducks, and there are 2 away in the bottom of the third. Sends up Bryant Nelson, first time up the third baseman. Popped out. That started off the second inning. Ducks did score 4 runs in that frame, and they cut the deficit to 3 before Southern Maryland scored 4 more in the top of the third. So the past 3 half innings have seen at least 4 runs scored. Now 2 outs for the Ducks, no runs in here. First pitch. On the outside corner, Nelson, a switch hitter, bats from the left side against the righty Hernandez. Kick the 0-1. It's low. Count evens up at 1-1. Break-even pitch. Swung on and missed. Nelson reaching for an outside fastball. In the count to 1-2. Kevin Baez, hands on hips as he coaches third base. Anthony Arminio, same pose down at first. Ducks trailing by 7 with 2 outs in the bottom of the third. And the 1-2 to Nelson. Check swing. Nelson can't hold up. The ball was in the dirt. Colina tags Nelson. And that ends the inning. Gabby Hernandez strikes out the side in the bottom of the third. Ducks going down 1-2-3. Heading to the fourth inning, Southern Maryland up 11-4. 11-4. It's a 7-run deficit as the Long Island Ducks play here on the home of the Ducks, 103.9 RCN.
See how much you can save. Hey, Ducks fans, the Long Island Ducks Summer Baseball Clinics are back for 2013. What could be better than learning new skills from our very own Long Island Ducks players and coaches? Participants will receive an official clinic jersey and equipment bag. For more information or to register your child, visit the Sports Authority ticket kiosk located on the main concourse behind home plate or check out liducks.com. Hey, Kids Club members. Today's Bethpage Kids Club winner is Tyler Dietz. Congratulations. Stop by the Sports Authority ticket kiosk and pick up your autographed baseball. Kids, for more information on how you can join Quackerjack and become a member of the Bethpage Kids Club, stop by the Sports Authority ticket kiosk today.
Bob Zimmerman out of the bullpen for the Long Island Ducks. Top of the fourth inning. Ducks trailing 11-4. Zimmerman making his second appearance of the season. He threw a scoreless ninth inning in a 9-2 win in Game 2 of yesterday's doubleheader. I'm Tom Felice, live at Bethpage Ballpark as the top two teams in the Livery Division face off in another doubleheader. Ducks sweeping the doubleheader yesterday, and the Blue Crabs on top here in Game 1. Just a 7-inning affair here in Game 1. Game 2 will be the full 9 innings tonight at Bethpage Ballpark. Zimmerman taking his final warm-up tosses as the dulcet tones of Miley Cyrus and Party in the USA sprinkle the ballpark. Zimmerman, the fourth pitcher of the day for the Ducks. Bill Murphy, the starter, went an inning in the third. T.J. Hose went an inning in the third. Josh Lansford, just a third of an inning out of the bullpen. And now it's Zimmerman. He might be out there for a couple of innings. They try to stretch out his arm. Jeremy Owens leads off the inning. Takes first pitch for a strike on the outside corner. Owens 0 for 2. Pop out in the second, and he struck out swinging in the third. That led off the last inning. 0-1 misses low, and the count evens at 1-1. Zimmerman, big right-handed pitcher, kicks and fires. So hit in the air, leaping grab made by Bryant Nelson down the third baseline to record the first out of the inning. Strange kind of hit off the hands, so it had a strange trajectory. Owens retired for the third time today. As Patrick Osborne, the DH, steps up, he has twice walked. Zimmerman, 6'4", 220 pounds, out of St. Louis, Missouri. He's a member of the Ducks last year. This is his third season on Long Island. First pitch. Osborne swings, pops it up. Second baseman Barfield, Hall, the second baseman today, on the edge of the grass, now steps in. He grabs it for the second out of the inning, and the lineup rolls over to Sean Smith. Blue Crabs ahead 11-4. Smith struck out swinging to open the ball game. Then an RBI single in the second, and he came around to score.
Number 1.
Zimmerman twists and fires. First pitch fastball off the edge of the mitt of Enriquez outside for ball 1. Ball trickles all the way to the backstop. Fourth time up in 4 innings for Smith. Swings to this one, fouls it off of the catcher Enriquez. And the count evens up at 1-1. Smith popped out in the 4th inning. 1-2 just misses outside. 1-1 misses outside. Now it's a 2-1 count. Zimmerman with a kind of big leg kick. 2-1. Swung on and missed. And the count to 2-2. It's not like the old Dontrell Willis leg kick where the knee gets up high, but Zimmerman kind of twists his left leg around, his back facing towards the hitter. And the 2-2. Fouled off back to the netting. And the count remains 2-2. The batter can easily read the 43 on the back of Zimmerman's jersey when he throws. He cuffs the pants just below the knee, so the black socks exposed. He wears black sleeves extending below his elbow, but not too far down the forearm underneath the orange jersey. Another 2-2. Broken bat, grounder towards second. Hall charges, bare hands, throws to first. Smith dives, he is safe. Diving into first base, Smith reaches just ahead of the throw from Hall. Hall broke a little late. I think he was distracted by the broken bat. An infield single for Smith, his second hit of the ball game.
Second baseman, number 7, Vladimir Sutil.
Sends up Vladimir Sutil, the second baseman. He's had a pretty good day so far. 2 for 2, 3 runs scored, 2 runs driven in. Had a 2-run home run in the third. 11-4, the Blue Crabs lead. First pitch to the righty. Swung on, hit on the ground towards short. Lions backhands in the hole. Long throw across the diamond. Scooped by Broussard on the bounce. And that retires the side. No runs. First time today the Blue Crabs have not scored in an inning. 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on for Southern Maryland in the top of the 4th. Heading to the bottom half of the inning, Blue Crabs holding on to a 11-4 lead. You're listening to the home of the Ducks, 103.9 RCN.
Is it going to be box number 1, box number 2, or box number 3? Fans, help out, let's go. 1, 2, or 3, 1, 2, or 3. Box number 2, you sure? All right, box number 2 it is. We'll start out, check who's in box number 3. All right, you're still in good shape. That was our boom box. What do you got in box number 1, QJ? Uh-oh. You never win, you said, Marianne. Well, today you did. Congratulations, you won the GPS. Great job, Marianne. That was What's in the Box, presented by PC Richard & Son.
Fans up on the video board of today's groups in attendance. The Long Island Ducks would like to thank each group for your support. Today's groups are the Concept Elementary School and the John Williams Foundation. Fans, if you are interested in bringing groups to the ballpark, please stop by the ticket kiosk on the concourse for more information on how you can bring
Bottom of the
your group
4th
to the
inning.
ballpark.
Ducks trailing 11-4 to the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. And fans discover the real difference at Huntington Honda West and get straight down the middle savings on Long Island's #1 lineup of Honda certified used cars. Huntington Honda West doesn't play games or small ball.
Second baseman,
Check out the
number
great
6,
indoor showroom
Noah Hall,
along with hundreds of
number 6.
premium used vehicles available at HuntingtonHondaCars.com or visit Huntington Honda West on Jericho Turnpike, just a half-mile east of Route 110. Bill Hall, Adam Bailey, Ralph Enriquez here in the bottom of the 4th for the Ducks, trailing by 7. Gabby Hernandez still on the hill. First pitch. Swung on, popped up, out of play right side. Count 0-1. Hall walked and scored in the 4-run second inning, the only frame in which the Ducks have scored. From the windup, Hernandez 0-1. Fastball on the outside corner. And the count now 0-2. 4 doubleheaders in the Atlantic League yesterday, and all 4 of them were sweeps. Ducks with a doubleheader sweep here. 0-2. That's low. Now 1-2 count to Bill Hall. Hall just his second day of games, 3rd game overall with the Ducks. An 11-year Major League veteran, Hall, and a true utility player. 1-2. Swung on, hit on the ground. Foul of third base. Count remains 1-2. Hall stepping back into the right-handed batter's box. Hernandez twists, kicks, fires 1-2. That's low. The count 2-2. Hall, in his 11 Major League seasons, played 271 games at third base, 267 games at shortstop, 242 in the outfield, 206 at second base. Pretty consistent at kind of being inconsistent, at having an inconsistent spot in the field. But Hall certainly carved out a nice career that is not done yet. He showed that with his 6 runs batted in yesterday. 2-2. Swung on, foul, back in the netting. Count remains 2-2. Hall was the guest on the North Shore LIJ Southside Hospital pregame show. Mentioned his one appearance on the soap opera The Young and the Restless. An interesting experience for a group of baseball players. Hall was joined by J.J. Hardy, Jeff Suppan, and Chris Capuano, all members of the Milwaukee Brewers. 2-2. Swung on, hit on the ground, foul up the third base line, just sneaking past the bag in foul territory. And it stays at 2-2. Hernandez passed 70 pitches now. As Hall working the count in the first at-bat of the bottom of the 4th. Ducks down 11-4. Open stance for Hall. He'll narrow it with his stride, the 2-2. Swung on and missed. Curveball outside. Hall reached but could not find. 4th straight strikeout. 5th consecutive out for Hernandez. And there's one down in the bottom of the 4th. The Ducks trailing by 7.
Number 13.
Sends up Adam Bailey. He walked and scored in the 2nd inning. So he's now reached base in back-to-back games after he did not reach base in Game 1 yesterday, snapping a 23-game on-base streak. First pitch to the lefty. Bailey swings, pops it up straight back behind home plate and out of play. One up onto the roof. Counts 0-1. The wind, the 0-1. That one high and inside. Count evens up to Adam Bailey. Bailey, the right fielder, now in 2nd place on the team in home runs as Danny Perales hit his 8th home run of the season in the 2nd inning. 1-1. Swung on line to right center field. Owens with a long run over from center. It falls for a hit in front of him. Quickly, Owens throws it in. Bailey on with a single. And there's a man on with a man out, bottom of the 4th. Sends up Ralph Enriquez, the catcher.
Number 30, Ralph Enriquez.
0 for 1. He struck out in the 2nd inning. Enriquez now 7 of his last 18, right around the 400 mark. 5 of his last 12. Switch hitter bats from the left side. Third baseman Nicholas well off the line. Swing and a miss. Enriquez going down to a knee as he reached for one in the dirt. He's displeased that he would swing at such a pitch. And counts 0-1. Bailey, short lead off first base. It's not really the time for stolen bases. 1 strike pitch. Foul back to the netting. And now it's 0-2. Ducks down by 7 runs in the bottom of the 4th. This is just a 7-inning ball game. Hernandez from the stretch, peeks at first. 0-2 to Bailey, here it is. Fastball high and away. And now a 1-2 count to Ralph Enriquez, the switch-hitting catcher. Played the night game last night, right back in there with this day affair. And the 1-2. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. That's a curveball. Enriquez shaking his head no as he chats with Marty Bauer, the home plate umpire. And now Hernandez walking back to the dugout. 5 straight outs recorded on the strikeout for Hernandez. That's the first one looking. And it sends up Dan Lyons. Lyons an RBI infield single in the second. That set the table for Perales to follow with the 3-run home run. First pitch, Lyons swings and misses. Right-handed hitting shortstop, chasing a fastball. Count to 0-1. Next pitch will be number 80 for Gabby Hernandez. He has certainly not had a clean outing, but it looks okay since he's up by 7 runs. Lyons fouls this pitch off in the batter's box. And now it's 0-2. Bailey leads off first base. Hernandez from the stretch. Is set at the neck, the 0-2. Swung on and missed. Lyons chasing a high fastball, and for the second consecutive inning, Gabby Hernandez has struck out this side. No runs on the hit, no errors, 1 left on for the Ducks. Heading to the 5th, Blue Crabs with an 11-4 lead here on the home of the Ducks, 103.9 RCN.
Is our winner. Now there is one little piece of information that our contestants don't know. Our DJ up in the booth will be selecting the music. First up we have Lori. Give me 15 seconds on the board. Lori, here is your song, Dance. All right, good job, Lori. Now, Jeff, you will have 15 seconds to repeat. Here we go, Jeff. Give us a dance. That's a pretty good move. What's that? Is that the fish push-up? The worm. You have to get off the ground. All right, let's see, fans. Let's hear it for Jeff. You think Jeff's our winner? Ooh. What about Lori? Congratulations, Lori. You are a winner. You have won a gift certificate to the Irish Coffee Pub, located at 131 Coffee Avenue in East Iceland.
Hey fans, as a reminder that today is a 7-inning game, that after the game, as part of Bethpage Federal Credit Union's fan-friendly Sundays, all kids in case at heart get a chance to run the bases like their favorite Ducks player. A special thank you to Bethpage Federal Credit Union.
Top of the 5th inning, Southern Maryland Blue Crabs with an 11-4 lead here at Bethpage Ballpark. Bob Zimmerman out for his second inning of work. He'll face 3, 4, and 5, Ryan Mulhern, Kyle Henker, and Caesar Nicholas in this Blue Crabs lineup. Southern Maryland struck first, 2 runs in the first, 5 more in the second. The Ducks with 4 runs in the bottom of the second. But the Blue Crabs answer right back, 4 in the top of the third. Currently the 11-4 lead for Southern Maryland. Righty-righty matchup gets this frame underway. First pitch. Strike on the inside corner. Count 0-1. Mulhern, 2-run homer in the first. RBI single in the second as he lines this one right to Dan Lyons, the shortstop, leaping high to snag it with his glove. First time Mulhern has been retired today. He was 3 for 3, with 3 runs scored before that. Sends up Kyle Hankard, the right fielder. He had a 2-run home run in the third inning, 2-run double in the second, and he walked in the first. Hankard, a big guy, 6'3", 220 pounds. First pitch, righty takes it for a strike on the outside corner. All right-handed bats in the lineup for the Blue Crabs. That lineup was made with Bill Murphy, the left-handed starting pitcher, in mind. 0-1. That's low. And the count evens up. Murphy lasted just an inning in the third. Bob Zimmerman on the mound. He's the 4th pitcher of the day. The kick and the 1-1. Swung on line to deep right center field. This one's trouble. Perales jogging back, and one hops the wall. Center fielder picks it up, throws it back in. An easy double for Kyle Hankard. His second double, 3rd extra base hit of the ball game. There's a man on second with a man out in the top of the 5th. Blue Crabs already up by 7. Sends up Caesar Nicholas, the third baseman. He's reached base all 3 times today. Had a hit past shortstop in the first, walked in the second, was hit by a pitch in the third.
Third baseman, number 19, Caesar Nicholas, number 19.
Zimmerman just trying to close this game out, get this series to game 2. The first pitch is up high for ball 1 to Nicholas. Look at second, the 1-ball pitch. Swung on, skied to right center field. Bailey, the right fielder, jogging over, grabs it. And that's the second out of the inning. No advance for Hankard from second base. Sends up Alvin Colina. Singled his last time up. Had 2 groundouts before that.
44, Alvin Colina, number 44.
Colina now hitting .247 on the campaign. Anchored off second base, 2 down. 11-4, the Blue Crabs lead. Top of the 5th, the pitch. Colina takes a breaking ball strike on the outside corner. Counts 0-1. One strike offering. That's a strike on the outside corner. It's quickly 0-2. Just a 7-inning game, so Birch Lane Elementary's God Bless America group assembling, as there'll be a 5th inning stretch here in this one. Looking like there will be a middle of the 7th inning, but God Bless America will be sung here between the top and bottom of the 5th. 0-2. Swung on, skied behind second base. Perales, the center fielder, sprinting in, and he makes a 2-hand catch to retire Colina and the side. No runs on a hit, no errors. Hankard stranded on second base And that ends the top of the fifth, heading to the bottom half of the inning. Blue Crabs up 11-4 on the Ducks here on the home of the Ducks, 103.9 RCN. Bottom of the fifth. It's a beautiful day, but not a beautiful score line for the Ducks. Southern Maryland up 11-4 here at Bethpage Ballpark. I'm Tom Felice. And fans, don't forget to stop by the Waddle Inn Shop on your next visit to the Duck Pond. At the Waddle Inn Shop, you can find exclusive Ducks memorabilia on sale. Proceeds benefit the Quackerjack Foundation, the charitable arm of the Long Island Ducks. Gabby Hernandez finishing up his tune-up tosses to begin the bottom of the fifth. For the Ducks, it'll be the top of the order. Danny Perales, then Josh Barfield, and Ben Broussard. As Long Island attempts to start a comeback. Long Island scoring all four of their runs in the second inning. Keyed
center fielder, number 26,
by a three-run home run by Danny Perales, and Perales stepping up for the first time since. Perales 1 for 2. He flied out on a great play by Kyle Hankard in the first inning. And then the home run. Perales takes the first pitch fastball high and away. Count 1-0. Swings this one, grounds it foul down the first base line. A few fans reaching for it, but it's just sitting on the warning track. The umpire is going to go over and pick it up. It's a 1-1 count. Perales playing in the Blue Jays organization. He's in AAA Las Vegas last season. AAA affiliations moved around. Las Vegas now a Mets affiliate, and the Blue Jays to Buffalo, as the Mets are no longer there. 1-1. Perales takes a strike on the outside corner. The lefty's behind 1-2. Cesar Nicholas, the third baseman, even with the bag, but well off the line. Mike Richard, the shortstop, pinched up the middle. Whole infield playing Perales to pull. 1-2 pitch. That's low. Counts 2-2. Vladimir Sutil at second base. Ryan Mulhern at first. The outfield left to right, Sean Smith, Jeremy Owens, and Kyle Hankard. The wind, the 2-2. Swung on, fouled off, out of play on the left side. And the count stays 2-2 to Danny Perales leading off the top of the fifth, the bottom of the fifth. Ducks trailing 11-4. Another 2-2. Swung on, line back to the netting behind home plate. And the count remains. The kick, another 2-2. Swung on, hit on a high hop towards short. Richard Fields low at the second base bag and throws to first to retire Perales. It's a very nice play by Mike Richard. That ball took a high hop, and then he took it off the short hop. Was running over the second base bags. He threw it on to first to retire Perales for the first out at the bottom of the fifth. Ducks down 11-4. Sends up Josh Barfield, the designated hitter in this one. Singled in the first and popped out to end the second. That ground out by Perales ended a streak of 6 consecutive outs recorded by strikeout for Hernandez as he pumps the fastball in on the first pitch to Barfield. A strike at the knees. And the 0-1. Fastball just misses low and away. And the count evens up. These two teams going to do it again one more time. 7:05 tonight. Game 2 of the doubleheader. It's rapidly approaching. 1-1. That's a strike. And the count now 1-2. This game over 2 hours old. At 2 hours and 7 minutes to be exact. There's one out in the bottom of the fifth. 1-2. Swung on. Right back to the pitcher. Hernandez, he fields on the first hop and throws to first to retire Barfield. It's the second out of the inning. Not much more than a check swing for Barfield. But he put the ball in play and was retired. Sends up Ben Broussard, the first baseman. He walked in the first, struck out swinging in the third.
Number 27.
Bats from the left side against the righty Gabby Hernandez. Hernandez now over 90 pitches. See how long an outing he has. He's gone as much as 7 innings this season. Looking for his first win of the year. He just needs to hold on to get it. First pitch. Broussard takes the ball low and away. Count 1-0. First time this season, Hernandez has received more than 5 runs of support. And he's received 11 runs of support. 11-4 Blue Crabs, 2 outs, bottom of the fifth. 1-0. Swung on and missed. Broussard with a very big cut at that. And the count's 1-1. Often see Broussard during batting practice working on just hitting line drives. 1-1 pitch. Fouled off. The catcher might have hit the umpire, Marty Bauer, as well. But nobody looks worse for the wear. It's a 1-2 count. Broussard knows that the key is just to hit line drives. Sometimes line drives turn into home runs. There's such a small difference with the angle that you hit the ball that'll determine if it's a line drive or a powerful home run. It's fractions of an inch. 1-2. Check swing, ball in the dirt, an appeal. No swing ruled by Andrew Steinberg, the third base umpire. And the count's 2-2. Broussard restrapping the black batting gloves. Ducks wearing the orange jerseys in this one. And the 2-2 pitch. Swung on, popped up behind the plate. Colina loses the mask. Back to the netting, but that one falls in the seats. Bounces right next to a man in an orange polo shirt and onto the concourse where a group of kids congress to try to find it. Still a 2-2 count to Broussard. 2 outs, bottom of the fifth. Blue Crabs up 11-4. Hernandez winds, kicks, deals 2-2. Swung on and missed. Broussard reaching for a fastball, low and away. 8th strikeout of the day for Hernandez. That's a season high. Heading to the 6th, Blue Crabs leading 11-4 here on the home of the Ducks, 103.9 RCN.
We're going to play high-low. It's a very simple game. We're going to put up autographed baseballs up there on the board. You're going to tell me if it's worth more or if it's worth less. Now, you get 2 out of 3 right. You get entered into a drawing to win a seat from Yankee Stadium at the end of the season, all right? So our first one is Edgardo Alfonso. Is it worth more or less than $80? I would say less. He says less. Oh, it's all right. It's all right. You got 2 more here, Mark. You got 2 more. A Ricky Henderson autographed baseball. More or less than $250? More. He says more. Lower. All right, no. We got to go for the Mark. It's all right. We're going to go for the last one. Reggie Jackson autographed baseball. Is more or less than $350? He says less. Yes! All right, Mark, you always get one correctly. It's all right. We're going to give you the Steiner Sports gift card anyway, so congratulations. Thanks for playing Steiner Sports. Price is right. Don't forget to visit Steiner Sports over at Roosevelt Field Mall. Mark, good job. Once again, that was Price is Right, brought to you by Steiner Sports.
Ian Snell out of the bullpen for the top of the 6th. Blue Crabs ahead of the Ducks 11-4, so Snell just getting some work in, trying to bring this game to its natural conclusion. The righty Snell will face Mike Richard, Jeremy Owens, and Patrick Osborne, the bottom third of the order for the Blue Crabs. Snell, 6.14 earned run average, his 17th appearance in 14 2/3 innings. He's going to have 15 hits, 11 runs, 10 of them earned, 16 strikeouts versus 5 walks. Righty throwing his final warm-up pitch. Snell wearing the long black sleeves underneath the orange jersey top. Beautiful weather today at Bethpage Ballpark. Sun shining all over the place, 75 degrees. As Richard steps in. First pitch. That's a strike on the inside corner. Count 0-1. Swing and a miss. And the count's now 0-2. The kick and the pitch. Swung on, driven to center field. Perales jogs a few steps in to snag it. And that's the first out of the top of the 6th. 11-4, Blue Crabs on top.
Center fielder, number 25, Jeremy Owens, number 25.
Sends up Jeremy Owens. The center fielder's 0-2, 2 pop-outs and a strikeout. First pitch. Swung on, line back to netting. Count 0-1. Righty-righty matchup here at Bethpage Ballpark. 1-strike pitch. Swung on, popped up, fouling out of play. It's quickly 0-2 to Jeremy Owens. I'm Tom Felice, bringing you Game 3 of 4 this weekend between the Blue Crabs and Ducks. 2 doubleheaders. The Ducks swept the doubleheader yesterday. Blue Crabs on top 11-4 in Game 1 right now. 0-2. Swung on, hit in the air, shallow left center. Lyons, the shortstop, backpedals underneath and makes the catch for the second out of the inning. Owens has now popped out to second base, third base, and shortstop, along with his strikeout in the third. Sends up Patrick Osborne, the manager and designated hitter. He has 2 walks and a pop-out himself. First time he's playing this year. He activated himself yesterday when Brian Barton was injured. Swings the first pitch, calls it foul off the top of the netting. And is picked up by a young boy. He runs away with it. Two young women were right there, more trying to protect themselves as the horde of children ran to them. Swinging a grounder to short. Lions fields on 3 hops. Double pumps throws the first. And Broussard grabs it to end the inning. A 1-2-3 inning for Ian Snell in the top of the 6th. Heading to the bottom half of the inning. Ducks down 11-4 to the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. You're listening to Long Island Ducks baseball on the home of the Ducks, 103.9 RCN.
Banking needs. Strong and local since 1952. And now just about all Long Islanders can bank with TFCU. Check out TFCU. Great rates on auto loans, mortgages, free checking, and more. Because
All right, fans, time to get on your feet as it's time for the T-shirt toss by Competition Automotive Group. Now, the more noise you make, the more chance you have to get a T-shirt. Let them hear you out there. Come on, Ducks fans, get those hands up. Let's make some noise. Let that promo crew know you want to share. Let them hear it. Here it comes. Come on, we got more out there. They want to hear you. They want to hear you, Ducks fans. Come on, earn that last one. Earn that last one. Make some noise. That was the T-shirt toss brought to you.
Bottom of the 6th inning. Long Island Ducks trailing the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs 11-4 as Bo Vaughn out of the bullpen. Vaughn pitched the 8th inning of the 9-2 Ducks win in Game 2 of the doubleheader yesterday. Gave up 1 hit in 1 inning. Here leaves Gabby Hernandez. Hernandez with 5 innings of work, giving up 4 hits, 4 runs all earned, 8 strikeouts, and 3 walks. He gave up 1 home run to Danny Perales. And fans, you can follow along all season long as the Long Island Ducks try and meet the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 home runs, Chappie's Funeral Homes will donate $5,000 to the Quackerjack Foundation. Chappie's Funeral Homes, where caring for others is our family tradition. Joash Brodeen, Bryant Nelson, and Bill Hall, middle third of the order for the Ducks here in the bottom of the 6th. Brodeen striding to the plate. Switch hitter, still batting from the left side as Bo Vaughn is a righty. He's a side-arming righty.
Leading off,
Brodeen 0 for 2, grounded into a double play in the first.
Brodeen, number 22.
Struck out swinging in the third. First pitch. Fastball inside. Count 1-0 to Brodeen. And the 1-ball pitch. That hits the inside corner. Count now 1-1. Bottom of the 8th in Harbor Yard. Bridgeport Bluefish with a 10-4 lead over Lancaster. And Sugarlands come back on Somerset. Now 6-3 Skeeters. Bottom of the 8th. No score reported from Camden. Pitch outside. Now it's 2-1. Let's see. Do a little investigating and see if we can get a score on that River Sharks game. They're playing the York Revolution. 2-1, swung on, hit towards second base. Sutil slides left, fields it, and throws to first. Sutil with a nice play going down to his knee. And Brodeen retired. And the Camden River Sharks Twitter is not updated with a score from the game. If anybody else has a report on what's going on in Camden, as Bryant Nelson, the switch hitter, steps in from the left side. First pitch, swung on, driven high and deep to right center field. Owens on the run. He reaches up and grabs it as he sprints onto the warning track. Nelson put a charge into that one, but Owens was able to sprint into the gap and grab it. The second out at the bottom of the sixth.
Number 6, Bill Hall. Number 6.
Sends up Bill Hall. He's 0 for 1. He walked and scored in the 4-run second. First pitch outside for ball 1. Hall bats from the right side. Vaughn, a righty from the stretch. The set, the 1-0. Breaks across the inside corner. Count evens up at 1-1 on Bill Hall. Ducks down 11-4. 2 outs in the bottom of the sixth. Break-even pitch. Misses low. Now it's 2-1. Vaughn really throws from the exact sidearm, even looking submarine from time to time, like flinging the ball towards home plate. The set, 2-1. It's on the outside corner, and the count evens up at 2-2. That was definitely submarine, his arm below horizontal, throwing that pitch. Heck of a thing for the human body to do, to throw a pitch in any way, especially like that. 2-2, swung on and missed, strike 3. Hall reaching for a pitch on the outer half. First strikeout for Vaughn, 9th strikeout today by Blue Crabs pitching, and it sends this game to the 7th. Blue Crabs with a 7-run lead over the Long Island Ducks here on the home of the Ducks, 103.9 RCN.
Will be at the end of your row, so please gather any trash on your way out. Thank you for your support and all your help. Hey fans, the winner of today's MetLife raffle for a Ducks baseball autograph by pitcher Jared Lansford is Pamela Salem from Sound Beach. Pamela, please head over to the MetLife table on the concourse located behind home plate to collect your prize. Hey fans, do you want the inside scoop on team transactions, special events, and the status of upcoming games? Follow
Top of the
Long Island
7th,
Ducks on Twitter.
Long Island Ducks trailing the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs 11-4 here at Bethpage Ballpark. And if you want frequent updates on team transactions, scores, store specials, and the status of upcoming games, follow the Long Island Ducks on Twitter at twitter.com/LIDucks. With Twitter, the faithful flock will also be able to follow their Ducks and find out more information regarding nightly promotions, player signings, league activities, and more. The Ducks are tweeting right now, and you can follow along at twitter.com/LIDucks. Snell out again for the top of the 7th. He'll face the top of the order, Sean Smith, Vladimir Sutil, and Ryan Mulhern for the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. Last half inning, trying to find a Camden score. Said I couldn't find it on Twitter, and just as I check again, the Camden River Sharks have tweeted it. River Sharks ahead 8-7 on York, entering the bottom of the 7th down in New Jersey. Smith stepping up, 2 for 4 in the ball game. First pitch, the righty. Swings and drives one to left field. Brodeen sprinting towards the line, slows down, settles underneath to haul it in for the first out of the top of the 7th. 1 pitch, 1 out for Ian Snell.
Second baseman.
Now it's Vladimir Sutil. He's 2 for 3. Singled his first time up, then walked in the second. Hit a 2-run home run in the third before grounding out in the 4th. So 3 runs in for Sutil. First pitch from the righty Snell. on the outside corner to the right-handed hitting Sutil. 0-1 on the outside corner again. Count 0-2. Kick, the 0-2. Swung on, hit. Foul off the facade of the suite level. Bounces back off the netting. And a young fan in the first row wearing a Giants t-shirt picks it up. Very happy with his souvenir. 0-2, check swing, grounder to first. Broussard on 2 hops, flips to Snell, the pitcher covering. That's the second out at the top of the 7th. Blue Crabs up by 7. Last chance for the Ducks in the bottom of the 7th. It'll be the bottom third of the order. Adam Bailey, Ralph Enriquez, and Dan Lyons. Ryan Mulhern, the first baseman, coming up to the plate, 3 for 4. 2-run home run in the first, an RBI single in the second. He singled and scored in the third. 3 runs scored, 3 driven in, 3 for 4 ball game for Mulhern. First pitch is a strike at the knees. Count 0-1. All righties in the lineup today, at least this afternoon for Southern Maryland. 0-1, check swing. It's a strike on the outside corner. And now the count's to 0-2. Snell looking very good in these 2 innings. Of course, a 7-run ball game near the end. Things get a little iffy on all parts. 0-2, broken back, grounder to third. Nelson backhands along the line. Long throw across the diamond. Broussard jumps and then comes off the bag. Mulhern safe. The barrel of the bat ended up by the shortstop position. The barrel went farther than the ball. Infield single for Mulhern as that ball was right down the third base line. Nelson had a long throw to make, and he threw it a little high. Men on, 2 down, with Kyle Hankard stepping in from the right side. Blue Crabs ahead 11-4. Snell from the stretch. First pitch is swung on and missed. Fastball on the outer half. Hankard walked in the first, hit a 2-run double in the second, a 2-run home run in the fourth, then doubled again in the 5th. 3 for 3 with 8 total bases. 0-1. Fastball misses inside. And the count evens up. Break-even pitch. Swung on and missed. Anchored foul, tipping that one into the mitt of Enriquez. He's had a long day behind the plate. And the count now 1-2. Next pitch will be number 24, Snell, in his second inning of work. The 1-2 is on the way. It's popped up down the right field line. Long run for Bailey, and Broussard, the first baseman. And Broussard reaches out. He just cannot reach it. Broussard does not have much speed. That ball falls foul. And the count remains 1-2. Kyle Hankard at the plate. Blue Crabs head by 7. 11-4, top of the 7th. This is just a 7-inning ball game. There are 2 outs. Ryan Mulhern leads off first. Swing and a miss. Snell records a strikeout, his first strikeout. And the third of the day for the Ducks. Heading to the bottom of the 7th. Last chance for Long Island. They trail Southern Maryland 11-4 here on the home of the Ducks, 103.9 RCN.
Emblem Health wants everybody to be healthy, so why don't we stand up? Big stretch, way up high, way down low. To the left, to the right. Good job up there. Now it's time to sing our special rendition of Take Me Out to the Ball Game, so everybody join in. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. That's you. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever get back for it's root for the Ducks. team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Once again, that was your 7th inning stretch brought to you by Emblem Health.
Fans, at this time, you can begin lining up to run the bases. Head over to the upper concourse on the first base line to get online to run the bases, which will take place shortly after the final out is recorded. And fans, as a reminder, we have another game tonight at 7:05 p.m. So please do your part by helping to clean up your sections. Your usher will be at the end of your road, so please gather any trash on your way out. Thank you for your support and your help.
Southern Maryland up 11-4 on the Long Island Ducks. Charlie Manning into the ball game to finish this one out for the Blue Crabs as the bottom of the 7th begins. Manning, 1-1 record, 3.24 earned run average. In 20 games this season, he has 1 save. This not a save opportunity with the margin 7 runs. 16 2/3 innings for Manning. He's given up 15 hits, 8 runs, 6 of them earned with 11 strikeouts and 10 walks. He faces the bottom third of the Ducks order, Adam Bailey, Ralph Enriquez, and Dan Lyons. There's the final warm-up throw. And Adam Bailey, the lefty, will stride to the plate to face Charlie Manning, also left-handed, 6'2", 190 pounds.
The right fielder, number 13, Adam Bailey, number 13.
Bailey walked and scored in the 2nd. Singled his last time up. You hear the P.C. Richard and Son whistle. He was the P.C. Richard and Son whistle player of the game, and he scored. So he fulfilled his duties as the P.C. Richard and Son whistle player of the game. From the stretch, Manning's first offering. Fastball high and tight. Bailey leans out of the way. Count 1-0. One ball pitch. Swung on and missed. Count evens up at 1-1. Bailey chasing a fastball on the outer half. The kick and the 1-1. That misses outside. And a 2-1 count to Adam Bailey. Manning from Winter Haven, Florida, in the Central Florida area. Has major league experience. 2-1. Swung on, hit high in the air, foul territory, first base side. Colina, the catcher, over. This one ends up in the seats. Count 2-2. Manning pitched in 57 games in 2008 with the Washington Nationals. 5.14 earned run average, 1-3 record. Lefty bends over, reading the sign. 2-2 pitch. Fastball high and tight. Now a full count to Adam Bailey. Bailey swings, pops this one up, foul again out of play on the right side. And the count remains full. This was MLB draft weekend. Charlie Manning experienced a lot of Major League Baseball drafts. He was drafted 5 times. Out of high school, out of both years of community college, and then both years out of the University of Tampa. Charlie Manning drafted 5 times. Payoff pitch. Swung on, popped up behind second base. Shortstop Richard behind the bag. He'll give way to Sutil, the second baseman, who makes the catch falling down. And that's the first out of the inning. 11-4 Blue Crabs, 2 outs left for the Ducks here in the bottom of the 7th.
Number 11.
Anthony Arminio pinch hitting for Ralph Enriquez. So Arminio's first action since the May 11th doubleheader. He was re-signed by the Ducks as Ramon Castro was made inactive between games of the doubleheader yesterday. Arminio bats from the left side. Had that big 3-run triple when he played on May 11th. Swings the first pitch, pops it up behind the plate. Colina, the catcher, has some room to the edge of the warning track, and he grabs it. Arminio upset, and he popped out on the first pitch. And that's the second out of the bottom of the 7th. Ducks down to their final out with Dan Lyons stepping up. Lyons with an RBI single in the 2nd and struck out swinging in the 4th. Shortstop bats from the right side against the lefty Manning. First pitch. That's low for ball 1, just missing below the knees. One ball pitch. A high strike. The count evens up at 1-1. Manning drafted by the Brewers, Diamondbacks, Red Sox, Mariners, and then finally the Yankees when he signed in 2001. Break-even pitch. Fastball misses low. Now a 2-0 count. This game approaching 2 hours and 40 minutes. Just a 7-inning ball game. 15 runs scored. We'll slow a game down. Kick the 2-1. Lyon swings, grounds it underneath the glove of Cesar Nicholas at third base. Second hit of the ball game for Dan Lyons. And the Ducks stay alive with the top of the order, Danny Perales stepping in. Ducks down 7, 2 outs, bottom of 7. Perales with a 3-run home run in the 2nd, accounting for 75% of the scoring for the Ducks in this one. Lefty Perales 1 for 3. The one hit that home run. First pitch. Perales swings, pops it up. Shallow center. Shortstop Richard back. Center fielder Owens in. Hat flies off. Catch is made. Game is over at Bethpage Ballpark. The Blue Crabs grab an 11-4 victory in Game 1 of the doubleheader. Step aside when we come back to the post-game show. Take a look back at this one. The Blue Crabs beat the Ducks 11-4 here on the home of the Ducks, 103.9 RCN.
There's a second game this evening at 7:05. Game sponsor is LIU Brentwood Riverhead. The first 1,500 fans receive an Atlantic League Championship T-shirt, courtesy of LIU Brentwood Riverhead. And now, for one last time, let's throw it down to our on-field host, Fred Borgione.
Thank you, Perry. One more time, we want to have our big round of applause for the Rose Brisha Educational Foundation for sponsoring today's game and for the first 1,500 fans getting those baseballs as they entered. So once again, a big thank you to you. Weather right now is 76 degrees, clear and beautiful. There are no reporting delays right now on any major roadways on Long Island, and the LIRR is running on our coastal schedule. Now everybody, please. Fans, in just a few moments, we will get the Bethpage Federal Credit Union Kids Run the Bases on the way. While you're running the bases, please be courteous to those that are running with you. Look out for the little guys and the big guys. We don't want to see anybody get hurt out here today. Also, please do not slide into home. Parents, we need you to please stay off the grass. Please walk along the warning track to the gate next to the visitor's dugout where you will meet your children. A big thanks goes out to the Bethpage Credit Federal Union for sponsoring the Kids Run the Bases after every Ducks home game on Sunday. And fans, don't forget that we have another game tonight as your Long Island Ducks take on the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs again at 7:05. The first 1,500 fans through the gates will receive a 2012 Atlantic League Championship T-shirt courtesy of LIU Brentwood Riverhead.
The Long Island Ducks drop game one of a doubleheader 11-4 to the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs here at Bethpage Ballpark. And we'll take a look back at how it happened. Southern Maryland got the scoring started early. Ryan Mulhern with a 2-run home run in the first, then 5 runs in the second inning, keyed by RBI singles by Sean Smith, Ryan Mulhern, and a 2-run Kyle Hankard double. It was 7-0 Blue Crabs. Ducks answered with 4 runs in the bottom of the second. Looked like they might be closing the gap as Dan Lyons had an RBI single and Danny Perales followed with a 3-run home run, but that would do it for the Ducks scoring. Southern Maryland scored 4 more runs in the third inning. A 2-run home run by Vladimir Sutil, and 2 batters later, Kyle Hankard with a 2-run home run as well. And that closed the scoring. 11-4 the final here at Bethpage Ballpark. Time to award the Nico Locke Player of the Game. It's hard to choose. A couple of impressive lines. We'll go with Ryan Mulhern. 2-run home run, RBI single, a walk. He scored 3 runs as Mulhern was 3 for 5 in this one. And the Blue Crabs take game 1 11-4. Game 2 of the doubleheader tonight at 7:05. Get you all set up for that one and tell you all about it when we come back, stepping aside one more time on the post-game show here on 103.9 RCN.
Ducks take on the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs once again at fans, don't forget there is another game here tonight as your Long Island Ducks take on the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs in the second game of the doubleheader at 7:05 p.m. Come on down to the game tonight because the first 1,500 fans through the gates are going to receive a 2012 Atlantic League Championship T-shirt courtesy of LIU Brentwood and Riverhead. Tickets are still available for tonight's game at all Long Island Ducks home games.
Southern Maryland Blue Crabs beat the Long Island Ducks 11-4 in a short 7-inning affair here at Bethpage Ballpark this afternoon. Gabby Hernandez earning his first win of the season, improves to 1-8. Bill Murphy falls to 0-6, taking the loss for the Ducks. The game was played in 2 hours and 38 minutes in front of 5,700 71 fans of the flock. Take a quick peek at the out-of-town scoreboard in the Atlantic League. Bridgeport tripling Lancaster, 12-4 the final. Up in Connecticut, down in Somerset, New Jersey, the Sugar Land Skeeters won 6-3 over the Patriots. And Camden in New York still in the late going. Last check, there was 8-7 River Sharks in the 7th inning. Ducks and Blue Crabs wrap up their 4-game doubleheader weekend tonight at 7:05. The gates open at 6:05. 2012 Atlantic League Champions T-shirts will be handed out to the first 1,500 fans in attendance. Tickets still available. Stop by the ballpark. We're going to be ready to go. Gates open in about an hour and 40 minutes, and we'll have first pitch an hour after that as the Ducks look to win the series against the Blue Crabs. Ducks with a doubleheader sweep yesterday, and now the Blue Crabs winning Game 1 here this afternoon. That'll wrap things up from Bethpage Ballpark. Special thanks to Zach Johnston, our engineer back at the 103.9 RCN studios, helping the entire production run smoothly. So until tonight, I'm Tom Felice. Tonight's game just on liducks.com. Until then, I'm Tom Felice. Enjoy your afternoon, everybody, and can't wait to see you again at Bethpage Ballpark.